Hey, let's hope the stream doesn't get interrupted by a constant buzzing noise in the background that gets progressively louder until it drowns out the audio for like 30 minutes.
Oh.
What's that? That's the sound of...
Oh, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Hey everyone! Did you miss me? Admit it, you missed me.
No.
Oh, I just realised as well my avatar is Baby Iris wearing a Santa hat coming out of a gift, because that's from one of my old SFM renders.
Yeah. So let's explain why we're playing a non-kaiju game real fast. So a mod, I feel bad I forgot the person who made the mod already, but a mod for Shin Godzilla for Project M is now out. So we wanted to kind of show it off on stream because it's really cool.
Yeah, it's been several years since we first got the look at it, and it's finally here at last. And honestly, I've played this a bit in single player. It's pretty cool, if you ask me. Yes, that we are playing on our legitimate consoles.
Totally.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Don't smite us, Nintendo.
I've always been a Shadow main deep down.
Real.
He's also an assist trophy in other games, which free him from that.
I haven't seen it yet, but the trailers and the footage which has been released, because they recently released a teaser, that looks pretty cool. You know, something I probably will watch.
I saw it. I liked it. That's about the most I can say before we get into spoiler stuff.
Yeah, it's my favorite of the three.
Yeah, it's definitely the best of the three, and also, I was very worried because I didn't like the Knuckles show. I was not a fan. Oh god. I hate this spike! I hate this spike so much! No! You're not doing it to me again!
He keeps sending you down with the flames of disaster.
Oh, god damn it!
So, Autistic Phantom Otaku says, apologies for being
What a
name! But next KP when? It's coming soon. We have one in the works. Should be out very soon. Yes, so you have that to look forward to. John Jones says, "Don't worry, I'll call Fireman Sam." That's a deep cut there for anyone. For anyone that's not in the UK, you probably have no idea what this guy's talking about. That's like quite a beloved series that has virtually no mileage outside the UK.
Someone tells me Titano's gonna be on stuff.
Believe it or not, I'm pretty sure it crossed over with it maybe once in like a magazine or something. But it's that same style of show, but as the name suggests, it's about firefighters instead of postmen.
So apparently, Fireman Sam does have a presence in Australia too.
Makes sense. Commonwealth, you know. Also, apparently someone's saying, "Oh, okay, then never mind." Apparently, it's more common than I thought it was because I'm seeing some Americans have seen it too, and so have some Turkish people.
It made its way to the colonies.
one of our best exports, Fireman Sam. You know.
Oh, yeah, the skin. Yeah, his name, and he's a character
Yeah.
from Marvel Comics. His name is Todd Ziller.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's been cooked a bit.
Oh, hey, we got a gifted membership.
Oh, Red. Thanks, Dan Smith, for the 1 gifted membership.
Blue for legendary. He's wearing
It's
his
just a Smash
skin.
3 model with the 2019
Hey,
dorsal
it's
plate
legendary.
special.
It's Monsterverse fake Godzilla, everyone. We finally get a look at what he'd look like.
It's very
except the real Monsterverse fake Godzilla would have way chunkier arms. Oh, that is beautiful.
It's just a Smash 3 model but with different dorsal plate.
Oh, do the taunt. I'll back off while you do the taunt.
Nice.
Of course.
Still up.
Good job. Good job, Squid.
The platforms are not safe.
Nothing safe.
And Ultima. I mean, the rings are circling the beam, but you get it.
Yeah, because you go backwards from the way you're facing.
Yeah. It's a terrible recovery move.
Oh, That's a bit weird. Are you guys still hearing
I'm
sound
hearing
effects?
it. I'm hearing
hang on.
the background music.
Let me just unmute this for a sec.
I haven't checked the stream. I just hear it on my end.
Yeah, I'm hearing background music on the stream, so, you know. I mean, it's a little bit quiet, but I guess.
Yeah, when we were testing it, I was doing it's streamer's curse, I think.
It was just locked in.
He's just too afraid to smash Godzilla on stream.
Good job.
They should add a Zilla skin and still just stretch it over the bones.
Yeah. Do like the old school moveset swaps from like 2007. Anyone remember Pika Man?
I remember.
Oh, jeez.
I thought it was over Zero Suit Samus was the famous one. Disappointed there's no Goku.
It's a shame that this one doesn't have them, man. That's
Yeah,
a shame.
it's DLC.
Come on, kid, we've been so good.
Holy shit.
There's Lord Underfell Sans. That's like one of the main alternate universes from the fandom, which appears to be quite popular. It's Edward.
Oh, this character's gonna be busted.
I don't know his moveset. I don't know his moveset.
You gotta learn today.
Nico Stud 916 says it's Ness from Earthbound.
Sure is.
Yeah, it's a skeleton. He's dead.
I love that one
Yes, I love
so
that one.
much. Stan stands first even after not surviving.
Kaiju Fan 1954 says the funny bone man.
This is what Godzilla versus Ghost Godzilla would have been like.
Da 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 da.
I'm trying to do it as in character as possible to just not move at all.
Yeah, you just have to dodge all the time.
You guys want proof that Sans a bigger monster than Godzilla? It has actually been revealed in lore that Sans eats all the ingredients of a Lunchables pizza separately. He doesn't make the pizza.
Oh god.
Checks out.
That does sound like something Toby Fox would say.
That absolutely does. That's in character. Matt Hedgen says, which one of you fellas skinned Ness? I love how no one, absolutely no one, is letting Game Theory lift that one down, even so many years after that one particular theory was made.
When are they adding the Pope to this mod?
My favorite character.
The power scalers are going to be mad. That is very much true.
I don't know how to play this character.
Yes, it really is.
Totally.
Yeah, he just yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying he looks like Sans. Godzilla after not surviving. My impenetrable wall! Ah, shit!
Yes, indeed, it was actually referenced in the FNAF movie, which is kind of funny. Yeah, like Matt Pat's character in the FNAF movie is named Ned, so you know it's like a direct reference to the theory.
Well, we gotta do it
Sans just
sometime.
looks so disappointed in the background.
Yeah. Yeah. We gotta do one that's a kaiju fight.
Absolutely, and there is no better character to choose than, of course, the king himself.
Is there a city level?
I mean, there's 4 sides.
Yeah, let's do it!
And not in Gary's mod.
And not in the form of sprite animation either.
He Bowser bombed me. You take that out of context.
How? Tell me how you take that out of context. I will give a letter grade.
Yeah. Well,
No. Squirtle's the one that the kid threw in the fire, remember? You loser!
Is it a Squirtle toy?
It looked like Squirtle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Squirtle, yeah.
Still, Pokemon fans should cry like it is Squirtle.
No, it isn't.
even though it is not.
If there's a highlight reel, if there's a highlight reel, whoever's editing this, pull up that scene and just like verify if that's Squirtle or not.
Yes, it's copyright friendly Blue Turtle Man from like Maiden. I didn't know. No, that joke wasn't going to go anywhere. I just realised. Serial numbers filed off. That's what I was going for. Didn't the toy from Final Wars have sea turtle flippers though? Alan Carrillo asks. If it is Squirtle, then it seems to be an off-model Squirtle.
Oh, it is absolutely Squirtle. It is. It's nondescript Squirtle.
How did I
got the
even
film.
get here? Says this makes the poster for Godzilla vs Megalon plausible.
Thank God. There's got to be a bug
Yes.
character. That's hubris.
I don't know why, but the city background is making me think of the map from Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
Oh God. Have you been seeing anyone else been getting like the videos of that game where someone's modding it to play as the bosses?
I
know-
saw one in my recommendations, but I haven't clicked on it yet.
I know you
Yeah,
can
they-
play as Abomination through cheat codes.
Yeah, no, but even like they're putting like Devil Hulk in, like the giant boss. It's like, oh, you can play as him too.
Oh, dang it. What's her name? She's part of the Thunderbolts.
Yes!
The psychic girl from that game. What's her name? Dang it.
It's been a while.
There's another boss in
we're
Hulk
talking about a
Ultimate
Hulk
Destruction.
game.
Yeah, that Hulk game. There's another boss. It's okay. She's not really a psychic, but I just can't remember what her name was. I know she was in the Thunderbolts.
Beastverse asks, was there a time Godzilla got thrown? I mean, he was thrown in, actually, in publicity stills, he got like lifted and swung around a few times, I guess. So
He was thrown by the tail by Kong in '62.
yeah, that's true. That's what I was
And-
thinking of.
If you're not exclusively referring to arms, he was kick
Damn.
thrown in Terror of Mechagodzilla.
We have a dev in chat. I was one of the playtesters for this, and a dev for PMEX Remix. Really cool to see the Wikizilla peeps check this out. Says Joker PTOH.
That's cool.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
All right. Yeah, let me. How should we switch? Do I just hit stop or do I hit quit net play? Which way causes
yeah.
the least issues?
Gun Tank Fan is right. Kiryu also threw him.
Yeah, that's true.
And like the most stilted spin I have ever seen in a Toku film.
I'll go. I don't see why not. Cool.
Yeah. I threw my Godzilla down the stairs.
This is more exciting than that time I saw Godzilla fall down all those stairs.
God. Would Space Godzilla also count if we're counting telekinesis? I like that. I like that because it is
That's a
him.
good answer.
Space Godzilla is just kind of like gently floating them around. Like, no, you're going somewhere else. Godzilla's definitely been thrown in the comics too, though.
Honestly, I just pick random.
Help!
Yep. There we go. Oh, I should have been Squirtle. Oh well.
Help! I'm falling and I can't get up.
Hey, it's the plot for Shin Godzilla 2, everyone.
Well, does that mean Super Godzilla has an entire universe inside of him?
They got outvoted.
They decided to go to work and start selling insurance. I don't know.
That would be
Something completely mundane.
that is simultaneously like the best mental image and exactly something Anno would do. Like we start the next movie and we just see them in like mundane office jobs,
Yeah.
messed up one eye.
Wait, RN93, thank you. Her name was Mercy. That's her name. Okay, I can finally give closure on that 5 minute ago topic, but you know, here we go.
He throws himself through Mega Gearus. I suppose he does.
That's pretty nicely done. That's clean.
I think
Wait, what do you mean,
Hulk has a
Aren't
pretty
any-
good rogues gallery.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna
you
say.
can see how good it is if you just play the 2003 movie game. That's like why I hate that like Hulk is like never getting his own proper solo movie. Also, just because like stuff like Immortal Hulk, I think is a really good run, and I would love for that to get something like properly done, but it's never because they would have to do profit sharing with Universal, which they're never gonna do.
Plus, like, the whole premise of Hulk is that it's a man who has a curse. Other people want his curse because they see it as a power.
Yeah, you kind of want to, and you also kind of have to look at all the villains like thematically. So, like, you know, his dad is like a ghost that can possess other gamma beings, and that's like because his dad was abusive. He's seeing shades of his abuse in other people who are cruel around him. That's like what it's supposed to be.
Huh.
Aside from Leader and Abomination, which others can you name? Let's see. Half-Life. Ravage, Madman, Mercy,
Flux is
yeah,
one.
Flux, General Riker.
Like this,
Rhino. He fought Rhino a few times.
you can argue that Grey Hulk, because he's a different personality, is like kind of a villain too. Because the whole thing is like it's the personalities in his head. I like, because back in the day, they did DID kind of insensitively back then, and it still like plays in that area of being pretty insensitive. Yeah. But like I think it does it a little bit better. I liked the bit in Absolute Carnage a lot, where like the different alters of Bruce had to like invite Venom to be part of the system, like that they had to like decide as a group. I really liked that.
There was also that time Devil Hulk was kind of a villain before Immortal Hulk came out.
Yeah, when they had to like they kind of explained. I like it a lot. There's a lot of good Hulk stuff. I forget his name, but they did in the Immortal Hulk run. They did do that character who he's like a bull, and he's like kind of representing of like capitalism in a way. I forget his name. It's been a while since I've read Immortal Hulk. I need to go back to it.
Just how deep into Bruce's psyche do you need to go to find Shrek?
God. We did a whole stream where we said we talked about that once.
Yeah, but knowing me, I'm gonna think back to this like in an hour and realize, oh crap, I forgot to mention them and them and them. But yeah, there's more Hulk villains outside of Abomination and Leader.
Yeah, and also just because most folks don't know them, like that doesn't mean they're bad. It just means that
the movies are terrible.
He's not part of Marvel's Big Three anymore either. The Big Three used to be Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Hulk, and now it's Cap, Iron Man, and Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, there's also Red Hulk and Red
Turtle's
She-Hulk.
kicking his ass!
Right? Oh, God.
Grado!
I'd say it's pretty on par.
This is still like the equivalent of getting beaten in a fight by a 4-year-old, though.
Nico Stud, yes, I think General Ross should be considered a Hulk villain. Yeah, he's like the biggest thorn in Bruce's side that's not his dad.
Absorbing Man, I forgot that in the 2003 movie they make
his
the
dad.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be metaphorical, like he destroys everything he touches or something like that.
I read it as like, the way like kind of like parental abuse is it's like it's draining. He's literally stealing Bruce's life for his own benefit. So like I think Absorbing Man in the comics they don't do nearly as much for that. But yeah.
Comic Absorbing Man is just a thug who has absorbing powers, who literally got defeated when Thor tricked him into absorbing air.
Yeah.
As you do.
Oops.
Oh, Zach! R93, thank you for reminding me that Zax is a thing. He's... Okay, if you watch the 90s animated series, you'd think he's bootleg Electro. He's actually, like, pure energy that can control people, like, override your electrical functions.
I like when Hulk hangs out with Man-Thing, too. I like Man-Thing a whole lot. No, wait! Can we test that?
No. Yeah, when I'm running on all fours, probably.
Okay, just the image of Shin smacking the screen is funny.
Yeah.
Oh. Woo! Oh, that does damage. That's neat.
I love how chat is just going on about, like, Hulk villains.
We've begotten this.
NicoStud916 says, would the Illuminati count as a rogues gallery?
They do.
They literally sent Hulk to another planet to get rid of them.
I do like that, like, when Hulk is going through all of them, like, when he gets to certain ones, they're like, I voted against it, and he's like, alright, and then leaves.
Okay, the man with many cookies wants to know what's my favorite kaiju in a non-Godzilla movie. Zilla?
Hey, that's
Okay, no, that's
that movie
cheating.
has Godzilla in the title.
No, that's
Yeah.
That
cheating.
movie has
Kidding.
Godzilla in the title.
Okay, I think it's Baron. You know, Baron from The Unbelievable.
Pick someone from outside the Godzilla franchise.
I guess I have many favorite like kaiju outside the Godzilla series.
Kong's too easy too.
Gamera is also too easy. I think
You the winged serpent.
mine is
Gamora is too easy.
Mine is Yongari, but specifically the 1999 Yongari.
I do have a bit of a fondness for Gorgo because the UK really needs more kaiju, and that's currently the only one they got to their name.
Well, they have
Oh,
Conga, but Conga sucks.
Yeah. Trust me, if any of you guys have seen Golden's look at Conga, that is exactly all you need to know about the film, really. It's pretty grim.
Conga is gonna be in a comic soon. He is he's crossing over with what's his name? He's crossing over with Kolchak.
What a random crossover.
So there's
Nick-
a 4-issue Kolchak thing coming out. I supported it on Kickstarter. It was first supposed to be just like the classic Universal monsters. It was going to be Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Wolfman. The Wolfman is also a crossover with another comic book character named Count Crowley, who's she's written by I forget the actor's name. He's in Late Night with the Devil, and he plays Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad. Yeah, but he's writing that one, but he also made Count Crowley. Count Crowley is a great series. It's about like this this woman who's like a former like newscaster, and she becomes a late night horror host because it's the only job she can get. But she accidentally becomes a monster hunter, and she doesn't like it.
As you do.
I guess if I was going to argue for like one of my many favorite kaiju outside the Godzilla series, I'm not going to go for a conventional choice for the Ultra series, but it's one that I think still has a fair share of fans. Probably Vakashim. Just he has the goofiest design, but at the same time, being able to like fire off a horn as like a missile is just such a fun ability, and I wish more monsters kind of had that power. It's kind of neat.
In terms of Ultra monsters, my favorite is Golza.
Someone mentioned Mighty Joe Young. Mighty Joe Young, both the remake and the original are great. Like,
Yeah, but that's just an ape.
yeah, but he's fun. I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, does that qualify as a kaiju?
I go to the zoo and they're bigger than me.
I mean, some kaiju. I mean, if you count like M1 from Ultra Q as a kaiju, then absolutely even human-sized monsters could be kaiju.
Oh,
Well, I mean, Shinji's boyfriend was a kaiju, so he was worthy of his grace.
God. Someone mentioned Gappa. I think if Gappa had more movies, Gappa would rank higher on my list.
I quite like Gilala as well. I think that's kind of a fun monster design. Like, he's kind of bridging the gap between like the more grounded monster designs of the 60s and when things began to get a bit weird in like the early 70s. So, you know, that's kind of fun.
I like Gilala a whole lot.
Yes,
I love
chat,
the
I do
toy of
count the
Gilala.
angels as kaiju.
Death Kappa, I've watched Death Kappa once, and it was like coming home from G-Fest on a plane, and I fell asleep, and I was like, I don't feel the need to rewatch that.
You guys want to know what kaiju movie I watched on the plane back from G-Fest? Pacific
Okay.
Rim Uprising.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love mentioning when I saw that movie. It was me and my fiance saw that on our anniversary. And then I think it was astounding that said, and the relationship survived. I haven't watched the Netflix show. I've heard it's better? Question mark.
It's pretty alright.
Yeah, it's very okay.
You mean the fan film Pacific Rim Uprising?
I mean, I liked the idea of, like, monster robot hybrids. Those were quite fun, but then they don't really do anything with it.
Yeah.
After they've served their purpose, they're just kind of forgotten about, and that's a shame.
It feels like 3 movies stitched together. Like it was like and you know, Del Toro left partway through production to do other stuff, which I can't really fault him for, because like he also did Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark that year. He produced that, and I really like that movie.
It's like, I liked the homemade Jaeger. Thought it was a bit of a shame that they just destroyed it at the end, because it felt like they were running out of ideas at that point. Like, oh no, look, everyone's won. Oh look, the little guy's gonna win. No, let's just destroy him by having him fall down the mountain. And that's it. No more robots. We're done. You know, it's like...
You know, you say 3 movies stitched together. It doesn't have that Sam Raimi charm to make it feel okay.
God. I'm trying to think of other, like... Oh, Reptilicus I like a whole lot. We haven't mentioned him.
He makes it to the list just for his name, Reptilicus.
I know I've pitched a Reptilicus profile a lot of time, but I've been told multiple times it's not within our purview. I'm like, I do want to talk about him though. Daigoro is great. Oh, I forgot Daigoro.
I'm the only one who remembers Poltra from Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, I remember Poltra. I just don't mentally put Poltra in the same bucket.
Oh, yeah, Daigoro is a very good choice. I guess for Ultra Monsters as well, I do have kind of... I mean, Gezora is kind of a fun creature as well. That's
the
fun.
chocolate one?
Yeah.
I used to have actual answers for the Ultra Kaiju, but like after the most recent Ultraman movie, I'm like, it's Emmy. Emmy is my favorite.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Emmy.
A bit of a more obscure choice as well, but somewhat related to Gezora. Probably Deprus from Ultraman Taro, just the walrus that wants to eat ketchup, and when he gets blown to pieces, turns into a zombie. Like, that's fun. That's fun. A zombie walrus that likes ketchup. In that order.
Maguma could never.
God.
Someone is trying to advocate that apparently Ursula counts as a kaiju in the climax.
He just gets big. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
Plus, she's defeated by a ship. Kaiju are not defeated by ships.
Well, unless
is Moby Dick a kaiju? let's open the floor for discussion. Is Moby Dick a kaiju? Can we do a Moby Dick profile? and every comment will be Moby, huh? Because I know what their comments are like.
Yep.
Ah!
I mean, if we're going for if we're going for conventional picks from the Ultra series, Ella King probably is another one of my favorites. Just a big eel guy, you know, nothing wrong. You can't go wrong with that really. And like some of the powers they've got, genuinely quite fun to see in action.
Yeah. And Gamora does have the distinction of being the first kaiju to beat an Ultra.
Yeah.
Gamora is everybody's friend.
Yeah, he's pretty much almost like required friendship.
Yeah.
The Charizard of the Ultraman.
Speedwagon.
Waffle After Hours asks, is the Megazord a dinosaur-shaped ship?
That's a good question. Because it is conscious. It does know it's a Kiryu situation. It kind of knows it like can do stuff by itself.
Oh.
Well, I see Godzilla's just given up.
The Moby Dick from the straight-to-DVD movie survives a nuke? I'm sorry, what movie?
What?
Yeah,
Hold
what
on.
movie is this?
Moby
Well,
Dick
that sounds
versus
fun.
Nuke. Hold on.
What a thing is for
Moby Dick from 2010. Hold on.
No
Oh, it's an
way.
asylum. It's an asylum joint.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
that's
so-
gonna be
Of
good.
course.
So that means there's 5 minutes of Moby Dick, and the rest of the movie is shot in an office building.
Cryptid Leica says, I have a soft spot for the Ultraman kaiju that go completely off the wall with body plans instead of the usual retro theropod thing. I agree. That's why another one of my favourites is from Ultraman Taro. And if you guys are familiar with Mukadenda's design, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
I like when the Mega Shark franchise is one of like my favorites in just being like weird, because I like the year like the live action like Attack on Titan movies were coming out. They had Mega Shark fight a robot that looked almost exactly like the Colossal Titan.
Yep.
Huh.
Someone in chat did ask a good question. What about Giga Bowser?
Maybe. I
If you ask a certain sprite animator, the answer will be yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
I still remember there was that Mario Plush series where they made a Giga Bowser puppet where it was just like human proportioned Giga Bowser.
Yeah.
That would be like the Muppets as Mario characters. They would just like build a suit.
Yeah.
Captain Anime says Fury Bowser has to be a kaiju. I think that's a bit more
Thank you.
clear cut. Yeah, I would argue probably in that case. Wiradana Billy says, what about Great Ape Saiyans? Are they kaiju?
Oh, these are.
I'd argue.
I guess.
Actually, I'd argue yes. Like, but then
It's
again,
not-
you could also argue they're probably more closer to like Seijin going off the series classification.
It's weird, especially because like kaiju exist in universe for that. I'm not even talking about like the
Yeah.
dinosaurs. Like, you know, there's the Baragon cameo. Baragon won like what was it, like the sixth March,
Yeah.
like pre Goku getting involved. Baragon won once.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess we also have like characters as well that could probably unambiguously be considered kaiju as well, like Hirudegan film. I guess maybe Telmax. I see that's been put up in the chat as well. In that case, though, that one's a bit more complex because Cell is an android, and that's kind of its own designator entirely. And Cell Max is still an android as well, so, you know.
I love that we're just completely glossing over Godzilla versus Ridley in favor of what counts as a kaiju discussion.
It's an interesting conversation. And I'm also very transfixed on the fight too. Like I'm it's this baby with iPad levels of transfixed watching this fight.
Would the man in the suit count as a kaijin? Yes, I think that's probably quite a clear-cut example. I think that's definitely a kaijin.
I'm looking at the man in the suit. I'm asking him to change his ways.
You gotta throw in the and he's in there.
I don't think he does it at that part of the song. I think that's a verse.
Nah, he doesn't. Nah.
I was trying to remember.
Aaron93 asks, is not a kaiju any strange being? Depending on who you ask, there is further distinguishing between like what counts as a kaiju and what counts as just a creature or a spirit. Obviously, you have yokai, you have bakemono, you have like various different beasts. Like
It's the Clifford the Cowardly Dog question. Why is it Clifford the Big Red Dog? I combined three different dogs.
Yeah, two dogs mixed up.
But no, it's Clifford the Big Red Dog. It's like, I hear this argument all the time. I like to make the argument he is just to be agitating, even regardless of what I actually believe. But it's like, is being red enough to be strange?
I love how instantly Godzilla Destroy All Kaiju 1968 brings up, this is like what counts as Toku, because yeah, we did have that discussion on the last stream, where we declared that Thomas the Tank Engine was British Tokusatsu. So,
Oh my
you know.
gosh.
I also said there's enough rock quarries in old Doctor Who to be British Toku also.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the Twilight Zone be tokusatsu?
Depends on the plot, I suppose.
There's a different... Night Gallery might be a little... No, Night Gallery is more like straight horror. I'm trying to think. Because I know there's another...
Tokusatsu.
I'm trying
Especially
to...
with the eyeball episode.
Dropping in before sleep, do you think a zombie like Godzilla or other kaiju would be too much or no? I mean, I think you could do it.
I think it could definitely be done.
I'm certain if Toho was as lenient about the license as they are now, I'm sure like if back in like 2014, 2015, IDW would have had a zombie Godzilla story back then.
Plus, like, I know it's debatable because the movie's not exactly clear on it, but you could interpret GMK as the original Godzilla being resurrected from the dead.
I think of him
In
as a ghost.
fact, there are actually a few monsters in the Ultra series that do show you could have zombie kaiju and have it actually. As I mentioned, there was Depress before, but a more straight example would probably be from Ultraman Tiga, which is Sea Lizard, which is literally just an undead monster, like a monster which has already died and has started decaying, but has come back to life. He's a zombie.
Hey, that way they can repurpose their old rotten suits.
After this match, you want to give Toku a shot in?
Yeah, absolutely.
I lost count. I lost count of the matches. I think of the same amount that me and Titano did past. We've been talking for like 30 minutes. So...
And like they gave the design of this particular monster I was talking about a pretty cool touch because he's rotting away. His flesh is so soft that it can literally trap opponents if they try and like punch him. It just catches it in place. Like, that's a cool detail.
Again, I'm just iPad baby right now.
Yeah, Sibozu probably isn't a zombie kaiju because he's a skeleton.
What about the mysterious bones? What about the mysterious bones?
I mean, that's a good question, though. Like, that's a cross between a yokai and a kaiju, you could argue, because it's sentient bones, and we have things like Gashadokuro, which are sentient skeletons.
Mysterious bones sweep!
Mysterious bones for the win.
Nico said, speaking of zombies, before Shin Godzilla was released, I used to believe that Shin Godzilla was a zombie. I was of the theory that it was in canon to 1954, and he was regenerating from the oxygen destroyer, is what I was assuming.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that being proposed, and I was really against that theory because I was thinking that kind of negates the whole Serizawa plotline of the original movie.
I mean, every sequel kind of negates that plotline, too.
Well, I mean, like, at least he got the one he was aiming for.
I think they should bring back Giant Serizawa. Never mind, that's the answer for the best non-Godzilla kaiju.
But he's in the Godzilla game.
Yeah, but he hasn't been in a movie. He was small in the movie.
I remember when there was the theory that, like, based on that one maquette that had, like, a individual piece of Godzilla, that there was a rumor that when they were building, like, when they were setting up the trains, that a blob of Godzilla cells was going to attack the humans or something.
There is that deleted scene where it's, like, just a blob with an eye on, like, the side of the building, isn't there?
Yeah, where it's, like, a piece that got blown off and it's in the process regenerating, yeah.
So maybe that wasn't completely unfounded, but definitely people thought it was going to be too much.
Yeah. Like, I remember, like, one of the fake 4chan leaks said that, like, it was going to appear in a tunnel and it would chase after the humans while they were setting up, like, the bombs or something.
Kinetic Clops and War of the Monster has been mentioned in chat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Please do a Kiryu Goji profile. Can we do? Oh, you mean the Goji from that movie? Is what you mean? Because I was like, we did a Kiryu profile, right? I'm pretty sure we did. Either that or it's old.
And you got Sega's permission to do that, right?
God.
My brain has been warped. My brain has been warped because, like, immediately I thought of the meme. Enemies Godzilla lists Kazuma Kiryu instead of like Kiryu instead.
Titano has talked. Titano is in the game zone right now, though.
Absolutely. Yeah, for real.
Oh, that was good. That was fun.
Absolutely.
Yep, already. Yeah.
There we go. Another spectator.
When are we getting a remade Skeleturtle profile? I have pitched it before that we should just make a new one every year for April Fool's Day and like change one thing.
Yeah, any new merch that comes out, just add to it.
Yeah, we have to do it like the Ultra Wiki used to, where we look for different pieces of merchandise, even if they're not like reference books, and just go, oh yeah, his name's this now, you know.
Titano, can you check if you're muted in your streaming program? Because someone said they can't hear you.
I mean no malice behind that, by the way, to anyone of the Ultra Wiki who might be. I edit very frequently, and I think you guys are doing a brilliant effort. I can't help but reference it though.
Good. The entire stream. I've been muted. Okay, and now my headphones. Okay. Voice and video.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
just for the dessert serving on what counts as a kaiju, Mongol.
You know what? Absolutely, I could argue he probably is a kaiju. You know,
Yeah.
in the same way that King Kong is a kaiju, I think that sort of qualifier goes for Mungo from Shrek 2.
It's alive!
I need a third Frankenstein Conquers the World sequel. God. Does Smog count as a kaiju? I don't know. He's a dragon. I don't think that counts. I think dragons are different.
Yeah, but actually, isn't he a wyvern?
Yeah, because he's only got 2 legs. Yeah, that makes it.
Yeah, I still remember his big line, "I am fire, I am death," picture of Godzilla. That's cute.
God.
Captain Anime says, does Photoshop count? I mean,
he's small. He's in my computer.
I don't even think there's like a concrete reference on how big like the characters are meant to be, other than just like sprite scaling, and that's kind of inconsistent. So I don't know. Maybe.
I think he's 3 apples tall.
Luxabob says, would very tall people be kaiju since they are bigger than normal people?
I mean, if we look at Big Man Japan.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's just like
Lord Kaiju X says, we're kaiju compared to insects. That much is very true. I'd imagine that if an ant could actually have like higher thought, it would probably be terrified of us.
There is a movie like that, isn't it? It's like from the perspective. It's like live action animation mixed, and the main characters are like these cartoon roaches. Isn't there a movie that's like exactly that? I can't remember the name of it.
I think there is, yeah. That being said, I'd imagine that to an insect, we probably move very, very slowly because there is apparently a connection between the size of an organism and how it actually time.
Huh.
Twilight of the Cockroaches, yeah. That's it.
Are you doing it?
What is happening?
Well, it's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be a surprise.
Ooh.
Remember, hold L.
I'll be right back.
You won't see it. I've done this before. You won't see it change or at all. You hold L. That's it.
Yeah.
No, it's supposed to make a certain sound. I'm not hearing the sound.
Maybe it would just.
Yeah, keep holding L. Okay, there we go. I heard it.
Oh man, he's actually in this thing.
Oh, it didn't work. What?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind.
Hubris. Is mayonnaise a kaiju?
We can really go reductio ad absurdum on this, I think.
I like Alera's fun dumpster with a total non sequitur of I want GLaDOS and HAL 9000 to kiss. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Pick up a pencil and paper right now. Tag us on Twitter.
Just go for it. Just go for it, yeah.
It's Toxic Yuri, but it's straight.
They get done.
Don't encourage them. No. Don't tell me what to do. Is the game crashing? No, just
It's
struggles of internet. You could put that on AO3. You could make a religion out of this.
the logo.
Is the logo a kaiju? Oh no, he's behind some letters. We can't see.
Yeah, we have no idea how large it actually is.
Ooh.
I want us to get a makeshift sponsorship so we can get a Titanolante plush.
Yeah.
I think a squid plush would probably sell pretty well as well.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for my channel to do that, because... I'm
I
waiting
mean,
to get there.
people like sea serpents.
Yeah.
Hold,
This is the blue...
Try holding both L triggers. And then not when you select the character, when I press the start button. There we go.
You know, guys, you can actually get a Koopa plush if you go down to the Nintendo store.
God.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh man.
Big.
Shin Godzilla versus Giga Bowser.
Squid for president. Why? What have I done? The Mad Sauropod from Primal. That's actually an answer to the thing about could there be a zombie kaiju. That's a good one. That's exactly what it would be like. The devil from Cuphead is the devil. He's different.
Yeah, that's a different thing altogether, really.
The devil from Godzilla versus the devil.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That was just bagging.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I can't grab Giga Bowser.
Oh yeah, that's true.
How come they didn't make Godzilla similar to Giga Bowser? The real answer is that Giga Bowser would be a good Anguirus steak.
I consider the Mad Sauropod still a zombie because it's just like a 28 days later one where it's a pathogen. It's still a zombie. That's still a zombie to me.
Or Resident Evil zombies. You know, they don't die, they're infected. What is the criteria?
Resident Evil gets sillier about it, though. They get a little sillier. They're not dying from blood loss. 28 days later, they could do that.
Yeah, I guess that's our next topic now. Kidding,
what
by
is
the way.
a zombie?
Yeah, what qualifies as a zombie?
The fight of whether or not Frankenstein counts as a zombie.
Like, what would happen if you got brought back from the dead, but yet you still shower daily, so your skin wouldn't rot?
That movie's called Warm Bodies.
I mean, your skin probably would eventually rot. Like, you know, you're dead on the inside. You're not gonna.
Oh, Hatsune.
Well, a lot of like 13 sums are dead on the inside right now.
I guess. JV the Bidoof says, is my 102-year-old great-grandma. No joke, she's actually 102 as on.
I don't know anything about the thing this girl is from. I know she's a sword. Yeah, Xenoblade.
Yeah, Xenoblade.
She's dead.
Xena.
She died.
She looks like Miku with that hair color. And as we all know, Godzilla and Miku always join. They always cross over with something at the same time. They do
Every
it
universe.
with Monkey Ball. They're doing it with Fortnite, approximately.
They're also, yeah. In every universe, I will find you.
You know, I have not seen Shincalion, but as a train enthusiast, I'm really like interested in it.
I don't know anything about Shincalion. I just know it crosses over with weird stuff.
Okay, it's basically like Transformers meets anime mecha meets bullet trains.
Oops.
Great babe. Great babe.
Damn.
Pyra is not British, she's Australian. All the Xenoblade people are.
They did surgery on a grape.
God.
The giant octopus was in Skull Island. He didn't have to return in GXK. We got that scene already.
Cloud.
They did surgery on a grape ape. We still need a giant condor. We need giant condor, and that scene needs to be like shot like a Batman Begins fight. That's how the original fight scene was shot too.
You know, if you just replaced Ion Dragon with the giant condor, then the show would have gotten rave reviews.
What do you mean, Final Fantasy Goku? What do you mean Final Fantasy Goku? Oh, Cloud!
Let's go.
I guess I'm too surprised by that.
Oh yeah, the giant condor won that. He won the figure poll, didn't he?
Yeah, movie monster series.
The latest.
Yeah,
one.
so he's getting a toy soon.
He beat out all these other kaiju like Desghidorah and
Yeah, Eternal Mothra.
yeah.
But now Zilly has 2 figures. so I win.
Actually,
I
no,
swear
I'm
to
not gonna
God.
do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it. But the fact that Giant Condor won the poll should be proof of enough that everybody knows about the bird.
God. I'm so glad Bacon has a figure. I think Bacon, if you count repaints, he has 2 figures. But
Wait,
He has
Squid,
X Plus too.
do you
Oh, yeah,
wait,
yeah,
Squid,
yeah.
do you not know about the bird?
I'm aware. I have been informed of the bird. Bacon having a figure though, he's never gonna be in a movie. It's the funniest thing that he's gonna be in everything but a movie. They can't put Pagan in a movie or it'll summon the ghost of Tomoyuki Tanaka.
JV the Beetle? I'm gonna hold you to that.
He's not gonna be in a movie. he's never gonna be in one. He might get to be in one of the anniversary shorts. That might be a thing that happens, but it's still not a movie. No matter how much we try to fan edit it into a movie.
Just splice in footage of Ray's house from Fleet Says Rex.
Oh,
Ray's house is based.
Bam, 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 bam.
Would Gutsy Band count if he made a movie?
If there is a theatrical Goji Band movie, I would say yes, that would count.
Direct to DVD.
Okay, that would
No
still
movie.
count as long as it's like a full length movie.
you know, speaking of direct-to-DVD, I'm so ironically happy that we are now back in the era where a certain popular studio can stitch episodes of a TV show together and release it as a movie.
You're happy about that?
Ironically happy about it, like, oh my gosh, we're back in the 2000s.
Come on, you don't have to hide Moana 2 from that shame by not naming it.
I heard it's really bad. I heard it's very bad.
But because it's a Disney straight-to-DVD movie, but with a theatrical release.
That's insulting to Cinderella 3: A Twist in Time. That deserves to be in a higher rank than Moana 2.
Well, hang on, Bambi 2 wasn't that bad either.
Why did y'all bring up Moana 2? I don't know, because we're mad.
I just brought it up because I just love that it's 3 episodes of a TV show stitched together, because that's exactly what the Atlantis sequel was.
Bambi 2 is mad. I would love for, because they didn't do Aristocats 2, but they have, a fully voiced, storyboard animatic for the full thing.
Yes.
I want to see the full thing, because I do love the first Aristocats. I think that's my favorite Disney movie.
You guys ever, everyone, even in chat, you guys ever have that movie that your family just connects over? My big sister and I, that's Aristocats. Like, she and I would always say, why should you be first? Because I'm a lady, that's why.
This conversation ain't Godzilla. We contain multitudes, Beastverse. And we have to talk about something that isn't Sonic also, because it would only be spoilers.
Oops.
Full-length Godzilla versus Bambi.
They would team up against something at the end.
Man.
They would
Fire?
they would kill the person who killed Bambi's mom.
Collaterally, not directly.
Oh, you know it was the GXK prequel comic with the Kraven the Hunter type dude who builds like a bad Jaeger. That's what the Hunter is in the new Bambi versus Godzilla.
Wait, weren't there like a bunch of Hunters and Godzilla ongoing?
That might have been. Yeah, I think so.
The Kaiju Kill Crew?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a thing.
Yep.
Tamatoa Kaiju profile when? He's too
doing the dance!
shiny.
Someone said something funny. Whenever Godzilla isn't on screen, the Wikizilla crew should be asking, "Where's Godzilla?"
We're just like an episode of Dora the Explorer. Do you know where Godzilla is? Big blue mouse clicks on him in the background.
Very good.
That's right. There he is.
I would like an episode of Dora the Explorer where she's needlessly sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just mean.
Okay, I know you're joking about Zilla being in the MonsterVerse, but I actually would really love to see Zilla return in a bigger Godzilla universe. Like, I know comic books are one thing, but TV shows are an entirely separate beast, but like Zilla would actually be a really good okay, a popular YouTuber said he could be Godzilla's Wario. And I just think it's really cool that you have a kaiju that prioritizes speed, agility, and intelligence over brute force like Godzilla.
See, Zilla is a thinking animal. Godzilla has a brain about this size. He's sheer brute force.
I was gonna say, Wario, wouldn't that be Space Godzilla?
About 100 times, or 100 times bigger than this iguana skull.
I think of Space Godzilla less like Wario and more like Raditz.
Yeah,
What an insult! Oh my god!
I like Space Godzilla too, but I also like Raditz. But he does show up. He is the sibling who shows up from space, kidnaps the son of the main character,
Oh, yeah,
and
look
is
at that.
never seen again.
Yeah, look at that.
I just see Rich Music like that.
Oh yeah, and also he requires the combined efforts of the hero and, well, the protagonist
And the rival.
character that was
Yeah.
going to kill the protagonist originally.
Oh,
to
if only
bring
it was
down.
Super. Yeah, if only it was Mega Godzilla again.
Wait, no. RN93, you say his brain's the size of this cashew. No, Zilla's brain is the size of this cashmere.
Oh god, we can't talk about the soundtrack of that movie anymore.
Oh,
We're not allowed to do that anymore.
Jigglypuff, when are you gonna arrest me? Not this time.
I think they should replace Shin Godzilla's sleeping animation with being turned to stone.
Blood coagulant.
I'm also... I've read only a couple issues. I'm not fully caught up, because I think they're up to issue 3 now. Godzilla Monster Piece Theater is great. It's a great comic. For anyone who's not familiar with it, it's Godzilla versus a bunch of public domain characters, including the Great Gatsby, Dracula, Sherlock Holmes. And it's all done in like a more like 30s comic book style. It's great.
All right. Do you want to hop back on, Squid?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's stop. And it's the same code.
I'm sure Pride and Prejudice versus Godzilla is on their list.
That would be incredibly funny.
Right now, the Great Gatsby is leading the G-Force, which I think is incredibly funny.
Are you serious?
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so for people wondering if there's a Kirby hat when you inhale Shin Godzilla, there isn't one yet.
Oh.
It's unfortunate. But it's so cute.
I know what you did there.
Did it work, though?
Yes, it did.
Yes!
Well, you live and learn.
Hey, did you hear how Tom Holkenborg, aka Junkie XL, went hard on the Sonic 3 soundtrack?
Yeah,
And
it's very surprising how good that soundtrack is compared to what he did with some other movies.
yeah, he did
I
not.
still just can't
must
get
have paid
behind the
attention.
idea that his name is Junkie XL. Like, what kind of name is that? That's like the kind of.
He's
That's like
the
the
slot
like,
master.
no, like, that's the kind of like stage name that like a middle school DJ comes up with because he thinks it makes him sound cool.
Well, it's appropriate in the sense that
His music is junk.
Yeah, his scores for Godzilla vs Kong and GXK. I mean, he's no Bear McCreary, that's for sure.
Wikizilla team, how would you survive if you're locked in a room with Shin Godzilla? I turn the AC down.
We
I die
wouldn't.
because it's a nuclear reactor. I'm dead.
Yeah, I think we just die.
Unless you turn the AC down. That scream!
Hey, let's see if I can down throw you out off the edge. Supersonic.
No, I'll be up here.
Nope.
No.
Do your best and try to zap to the extreme.
I will, Father.
Let me show you what I'm made of.
I will. Thank you, Father.
I don't want to talk about them anymore.
Oh.
If you were locked in a room with Destroya's aggregate form with only a metal pipe and tape, what would you do? I'd use the tape to tape Destroya to the metal pipe and use it as a weapon.
I would die. It's like, this isn't a juvenile with some sort of chance. It's an aggregate. At this point, you're dead unless you're in a vehicle. JV the Bidoof asks, could Shin Godzilla evolve to learn how to real sheep?
What?
What?
So like he grows a toaster out of his tail.
Can Shin Godzilla learn to evolve to see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Woohoo!
Godzilla 2005 asks, what would you guys do if someone leading you guys to an orc?
An orca.
Well, I mean, hang on. Is it a wild orca or is it a in containment orca?
Because, yeah, like, wild ones genuinely have no interest in humans.
Yeah,
Like-
and even then, containment orcas don't really eat people. They just kind of lash out because for obvious reasons.
No!
Hey, go back! Get back to the edge!
Oh shoot, this is actually getting tense.
Sonic's Supersonic's got super armor on like 95% of his moves.
Oh wow.
No! No!
That spot dodge was crazy!
Titano has finally inherited Squid's laugh.
Oh god.
Alright, now try that
I won't do that again. I'm bad at silver, but I need to give him a chance.
Sockman asks, what are
Oh
your
wait, no,
guys'
I was trying to pick a name.
What's your guys' thoughts on Baxcalibur
the-
from Pokemon, an actual Godzilla-based Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet? Tyranitar is still
Oh, it
better
didn't. It
in my
didn't. It
opinion, I'm
didn't
sorry.
have it. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it saved that I put squid in.
No, because, yeah.
No, because it's no use.
It's no use.
You're too slow! You're too slow!
I wonder if that's his taunt.
No, I think they changed his taunts for Supersonic. Let's see, let's fight in subspace.
Not Antenna says, Shin Godzilla is no match for Sonichu. Yeah, but Chris Chan's a hot fighter. And
No,
cannot write
no,
conflict.
no.
We're not bringing
no.
up. We're not.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all I'm saying on the matter. I agree, we do need to guide down in the Monsterverse. However, it's a question of where and how.
First movie to make $3.
P9 Studios asks, just got here, what I missed. Every time I read what I miss, I hear it in Roger the baby bird's voice.
SpongeBob scene.
Yeah. Hey, what I miss?
It's no use.
I'm pretty sure he says that when he's killed.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
No.
No, he says it sometimes. Let's kill you again to see.
Let's kill squid.
Kaiju Fan 1954 says, so no mention of Jerry this.
No Jerry
You mean it?
Riviera mentioned the stream.
You mean the mouse?
No. the weird thing that we keep fighting about the Godzilla 2000 suit. That it keeps being named Jerry Riviera for some reason.
Yes, Gabby, I have heard of Colossal Kaiju Combat, and it just went silent for all of us.
No, I know exactly what happened.
Well, yeah,
One
but
of the
like,
developers died.
Yeah.
I have an original monster that's part of the card game.
Indeed, and it has a genuinely really cool.
I remember that there was a panel for it at G-Fest where Simon Strange was hosting it, and he picked a kid from the audience to design a new monster for it. And the kid was going in like a monster dragonfly direction, and he had to stop the kid and just say, "Hang on, this is all starting to sound a lot like Megaguirus."
Yeah, we can't violate copyright law.
Yeah, I got one of those original monsters in there.
Oh, you did?
Galnaga? I don't know if that's been like, what, how many years since that happened? 10 years ago? Goodness.
I like the hermit crab.
Oh,
it's pretty fun.
it was like
I
Spectre
quite like
Pete or something.
the golf-themed monster.
yeah.
Kind of fun.
I'm gonna get one stock off of you.
What the heck? You did like a frame perfect grab on my nuclear pulse.
I will get you out. It's no use. Take this. No.
Don't worry.
No.
Okay, that was actually a really good impression of Silver.
That was.
Oh fuck. Will be my boy Shard, the Metal Sonic.
In action and really helps his otherwise lacking ability. Good to know.
Let's fight in let's fight here.
Okay. But don't touch the water.
I know.
Oh.
I'll help you.
Now, see, audience, what did I say about orcas?
So to revisit, is Moby Dick a kaiju?
See, that's why Shard was not brought back in post reboot. It's not an illegal issue. It's he got eaten by a whale.
No.
Please put if anyone makes a highlight reel out of this,
Yeah.
please put that in there.
Yeah, thinking about it, huh? Yeah. No, that's the only place we're allowed to kill each other now. It has to be down there. It's there or nothing.
Nice. Sockman says this confirms that the orca from Sonic Adventures.
Come on, guys! It's time to feed. It's time to feed Willie.
Oh, that is amazing.
Feed Willie. Oh,
No!
I said Metal Sonic is so cool, and immediately he is eaten by an orca.
Oh, that'd
Someone
be
evidently
sick.
hasn't got enough iron in their diet.
Oh god. No!
Why'd you do it again?
Oh god.
Again, if this isn't the highlight reel, somebody put Gelato Beach music over this. It'll just make it so ironically funny.
God.
Okay, Godzilla 2005. Yes, I do think Baron would work in a -1 sequel, but there's a lot of other kaiju who would work in a -1 sequel. We just have a lot, like, we just have nothing to base.
No!
That is amazing. Wow.
Wow, you cooked Metal Sonic up before feeding it to the orc.
Oh, I need to play as Knuckles with all the dumb stuff on him.
Yes.
I look at him and I'm like, that's how Knuckles is supposed to look.
He lives by himself. He has no one to judge his fashion choices.
Yeah, this seems this seems right.
What the heck? I'm like a little gray. Goddamn frame data! Don't worry, oh, never mind. Don't worry, I'll save you!
Damn!
I'm not sure how you're supposed to hit anything with that move. That's so laggy. So when Godzilla gets an American animated movie, who's gonna be voicing Godzilla? Is it Chris Pratt?
Good question.
Jeremy Irons? Frank Welker?
God.
The flames of disaster!
God.
No, I know who. Beastverse, I know who should voice King Ghidorah. Middlehead, Whoopi Goldberg. Other two actors I don't know the names of, if you get where I'm going. well, what have we got? Trust me, if we were not at the mercy of YouTube's copyright, I could quote most of Lion King off the top of my head.
I don't think you could get hit with quotes, but I just don't think it would make for an entertaining stream.
Hey, I'm doing the thing you did to me!
Yeah.
Mufasa. Now that's powerful. Mufasa. Ooh. Do it again. No, it's oh no.
Oh.
Woo!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No one's played as Tails.
Yeah.
What
What
you
is
don't
this
like-
outfit? I haven't tried Tails at all yet.
Oh.
We'll just be normal Tails. Let's... trying to pick something we haven't been at.
Tetris. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Huh. We'll have to kill each other off the top, I guess. Oh, no, you can... Okay.
I think that's a pretty wimpy recovery for Tails!
Oh, definitely.
I feel Godzilla versus the Sonic cast. I feel like we're glimpsing inside Squid's head.
I mean, that's what I thought when they said that whoever they were going to be crossing over with was a quote-unquote big threat, and the word big is what they, like, emphasize. But
yeah.
it's apparently going to be Darkseid from DC is who the big threat is.
Oh.
Well, I'm just learning of this now. That's stupid.
Well, because they're doing the Sonic DC crossover stuff, so I think what they're going to do is because they're going to be hanging out for at least the first issue, and then I think after that is when they're going to start getting all the characters combined into new characters. That's where, like, the Shadow as Batman stuff is coming from.
Is it in continuity with either series?
You know, we don't know until it comes out. It's the same thing with, like, the Godzilla Marvel stuff. It's like, yeah, they have, like, the people running those series doing the books, but, like, are they gonna acknowledge it later? Who knows? Whoa!
You know, this makes me think, what if they made a stage based off Puyo Puyo? Or, as more commonly known in the West, Robotnik's
Mean Bean Machine.
Or Tetris Attack for SNES players.
Let's go, let's go.
Ah, there's a really low ceiling, honestly. I'm taking you with me!
Yes, indeed, Kirby's Avalanche as well. Rotation.
You can do it through the blocks!
Yes.
I thought I was safe. He looks so sad.
For Tails.
He just played Sonic Forces.
God. He would look more bored in that case. Who? I'm trying to pick who would be good.
I feel like we need to have Godzilla fight a robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why so serious?
Is there a law reason?
Joker, baby.
Just everybody pretend that this is Batman from Joker.
Get out of here!
How about a magic trick?
My father. was a fox man and a fiend.
Fox mate.
All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day.
Get out of here! Get! Get out of here!
What is happening?
I don't know this character.
I think the Joker gave up because I'm not Batman. He's not interested.
You know, one of my favorite Joker moments, like, oh, first of all, ta-da! It's gone. But one of my favorite
What is
Joker
happening?
moments is everyone
what?
knows.
Okay, no, we were desynced.
Oh,
Oh,
I was playing as Vector Man.
Wait, really?
wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
that's
God.
the same one.
we were desynced. Okay.
Wait, no.
Do because you're in control. Yeah, you're moving my camera around right now. Do left, right, and the exit code, like left, right, and then it's like A B or A start. Okay.
No.
Okay. Oh no, hit B. Okay, we are desynced. Oh no. Okay.
Press start. Okay. No.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm fighting a CPU right now. Okay, hold on.
ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
What is
after
happening?
technical difficulties.
Yeah, I'm desynced pretty bad.
Oh my God, that's why you didn't get none of the Joker stuff.
Yeah, because I just looked over at stream.
Well, let's stop and
Yeah.
Start again.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
something I wanted to say about Joker, though, one of my favorite Joker moments is when he's going against Superman. He's under the impression that Superman can't see lead, so he buries like lead containers all over, like across Metropolis, and Superman just has to go up, use his X-ray vision, boom, there they are. It's just one of the like funniest dull moments.
God. This is we had a golden moment when both of you won
Oh my
on
God.
Save the Earth.
And Golden thought I was gaslighting him.
Yeah.
Mario! Hey.
Hey, wait,
Hey.
this song playing.
Hey.
This
Hey.
is the Chillin' Dude rap beat. This is what... Oh my God.
Yes, RE93 again with the fact that even Joker was scared of going against the IRS.
God. Oh, let's do where do they have like the Congo Bongo level?
On the first page.
The melee one,
Oh,
the waterfall.
Jungle Japes.
Yeah, Jungle Japes.
I don't know. Am I removed
I-
it?
I think I saw it. Hold on. Because I think it's one of the ones you have to like hit a button to select.
Hmm.
I think it's on page 2, maybe.
Oh,
Did I miss it?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's a Omega form.
Wow.
What's Vector Man from?
Vector Man. not helpful in the
explain this
slightest.
There was going to be a Kraid mod, but the creator had gone missing in action long ago. Sounds like Nintendo got to him.
God. The snipers were active.
Oops.
Oops.
Who was making the Kraid mod? Is it the same person who made the Godzilla mod? Because that person also went missing. And some other people finished this mod.
Oops.
That's why this mod took so long, is because the original creator disappeared.
Like I said, Nintendo got to him. He's like every time you go to Bowser's Castle, in those jail cells in the background are players who tried modding Project M.
Maybe Toho got to him instead, because...
What kaiju roar did Kraid have in Super Metroid? I forget which one.
Titanosaurus. Wait, no. Titanosaurus' roar was up for a different monster in Super Metroid.
Phantoon.
Crocomire used Titan, I believe.
I know Kraid had one, I thought. No, I think he had Biolantes.
No, Biolantes is like really context heavy.
No, it's like it was like that sound. Someone had Biolante's roar. Ridley had Anguirus' roar.
It is actually Titanosaurus. Just, I'm watching some footage from Super Metroid right now. Yeah.
Mother Brain had Mothra's screech. Okay.
It was like like the pitch was turned down, but I could see it. You know, I love the Mother Brain boss fight at the end of Super Metroid. It's one of the coolest plot twists in video games, where you defeat her the exact same way you defeated her in the original game. And it just has this whole, like, it's over now. No, it isn't.
See, I want to do King Kong, but but I also see the metalhead skin. It's calling to me. But we'll do King Kong for right now.
Well, there was going to be Godzilla vs. Mechani Kong in the 90s.
Let's do a classic.
Oh, you did normal Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I wanted it to be... I just was saying King Kong because it's a big gorilla.
Let's get into the hot box.
The Hyrule Fight Club. The big kick!
This is for punching.
Whoa!
Wow.
You know, one of these days we really need to do Wikizilla acapella.
God.
Then, we'll make our own acapella renditions of the Godzilla soundtrack so we can't get copyright stricken anymore.
No, I think Weird Kaiju's doing this enough for us with the synthesizer covers.
And it got Super Toho remix too.
I mistimed that.
Who wins, Jet alone or Jet Jaguar?
Holy
The answer is Jet Jaguar.
That collision was great.
The answer is Jet Jaguar, because Jet alone just walks in one direction.
DK.
To the unemployment line.
Is this where the line starts? For Dragonberry, I knew it. As soon as I said it, I knew someone was gonna make that joke.
Ooh!
Ooh. Oh, apparently there is a Jet Jaguar mod. It's just
It's
a
on
Captain
Captain
Falcon
Falcon,
skin.
yeah.
Yeah. There is a Rob skin to make a Mogra.
That'd be cool.
I tried to do the Captain Falcon, but I didn't get it.
Yes, Titanosaurus in the Monsterverse. That's another good contender. Like,
God, you can't get
what do
you
they-
out of
what do
here!
they call them? Titanosaurus.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That was clean.
That was lucky.
Oh, real luck.
Oh. Ah. There you go.
Ooh!
Oh.
Hyrule Fight Club. Squid, you can do it? No, I can't! I appreciate the vote of confidence, but no.
How many concussions is this by now?
Stop! Stop! He's already dead!
Torture. Endless torture.
Wow, I don't tech a
Look.
a single hit to the ceiling, but I do tech that one.
Looks like Godzilla's blasting off again.
Don't worry.
No!
No.
I shower you with coconut cream pies.
Nicely done.
No, I'm locking in.
Can't.
Let's go. Wait, hold
Wasn't
on.
there that episode where Donkey Kong and Diddy were arguing about there's no way that big lizard could beat that giant monkey? It's just
Yeah.
a movie, Diddy.
I couldn't even see the attack. Hold on. I can't see it on this level.
Well, you picked the level.
I was trying to pick a different level, but I have to hold up on the D-pad to select it. Yeah, I
You're trying
can't
to do it
see
again,
any of
aren't
it. God.
Zilla.
Like, say what you want about King of the Monsters, but you can't deny Michael. Dang it, what's his name? Who directed
Michael
it?
Dougherty.
Yeah, Michael Dougherty is indisputably a fan.
Yeah.
Whoops.
God.
Aaron93, please specify which Sonic X opening theme do you like? Because there's like 3 different versions.
I don't know how I grabbed you.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Hitboxes be damning.
By saying the first one, I assume you're talking about the Japanese one. Oh, no, you mean the 4Kids one.
Let's not shit on someone's taste in music. Let's not do that.
I'm not. I'm just saying I don't like it.
Let's not do that now. What is Ultimate Roy?
Roy from Smash Ultimate instead of the Project M Roy.
Oh.
Phantom Ganon.
Let's try it. We'll try it. I'll try one more and then we can switch off. In celebration of us getting a second game.
Oh, wait, they did mean the Japanese one. Never mind. So my criticism of Gotta Go Fast is valid. Isn't this Okami?
Yeah, that's why I said in celebration of us getting a second game.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't. Everyone was talking so fast.
God.
Koopa, Okami is under attack by the evil forces of Ganon.
Hi.
Wait, can you do a projectile real fast? Just do it. They're invisible still.
Yeah, we have to reset to fix it, but we're about to do that, so.
Yeah.
Question for everyone: what Gods of the movie is your?
Koopa, did you die?
That last part cut off.
Oh, question for everyone: what Gods of the movie is your favorite?
My favorite is GMK.
A least favorite.
Oh, versus Hedora. Clearly.
Sinner.
Yes.
Be gone.
Denver.
I'm sending you to hell with my mind.
You know what? My least favorite is probably Battle for Earth.
The anime ones are the only ones I couldn't finish.
Actually, the anime film. The Planet Eater specifically is actually my least favorite.
Well, Well, that's a
Just-
unique opinion because mostly people hate the second one.
Yeah.
Those big
I mean,
monsters.
actually, it's probably a toss-up between City on the Edge of City on the Edge of Battle and Planet Eater.
Final Flash!
Both
Alright,
of them are
Vegeta.
kind of guilty of the same problems, if that makes sense.
I think the Planet Eater was the weakest one, and City on the Edge of Battle gets more hate than it properly deserves.
I think the
Yeah,
novel,
I can see that.
the books that we covered in some videos are much more interesting.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
yeah, for
thinks
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Ah, I thought I could break out of it and do the teleport up.
I've talked about it before, but my biggest dislike of the anime trilogy films is wasted potential, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, Another Blue is talking in the chat about. As a side note, there was some ideas for a Ghidorah mod by the same creator, designed the same way, and there was test animation for it, but no actual work before the creator vanished.
That's a shame.
So I guess to explain myself. Look, I get it. Hedorah is a cool kaiju. I
Sending
love
you to hell
Hedorah.
with my mind.
But you can't, considering Godzilla just defeated you.
I'm just dragging you with me. Alright, I'll back out of it.
Is Super Godzilla Gaming still here?
But
Yeah, I'm down for another round.
Let's go. Same.
Another set.
Okay, again, I love Hedorah, but look, that entire movie is just one big acid trip, and I just can't watch it. Like, Godzilla's Revenge is bad, but at the very least, it's like, it has its target audience of 4th graders.
Godzilla vs. Hedorah is a masterpiece.
I appreciate it for the fact it tried breaking the mold, for better or for worse. And honestly, I think it's quite a film that's maybe overhated. I can understand the complaints people might have with it, but I feel like a lot of people who maybe not necessarily have even seen it have just like based their criticism off what their favorite reviewer has said about it. If that
You're
makes
talking about 1998.
That's pretty much how it goes for 1998.
I think it was funny. There was that it was an Animal Planet documentary about Godzilla, and they said, "Oh, I'd be fine if it was a Beast from 20,000 Fathoms remake." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about? I'd be more pissed if it was a remake
Yeah.
from Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, it does seem though that like out of all films, there's certain films that people criticize but probably haven't actually seen. If that makes sense.
I feel like the reason why 98 was hated so badly was because you gotta consider the Japanese series had just ended. So there was this thread, essentially, in the back of there was this threat in the back of everyone's mind that this could be the new status quo for Godzilla, and that scared people. It's like
Yeah, I
people
can agree
didn't
with that.
complain about Shin Godzilla as badly because we knew that, no, they're trying new things, so just wait 5 minutes until the next reboot. Same thing with the anime trilogy. Yes, we hated it, but we didn't think it was going to shake up the status quo of Godzilla, and we have the MonsterVerse to go alongside it.
But at the same time, though, it was like the space for like Godzilla fans finding out there was going to be another like Japanese Godzilla movie after that one was 1 year.
Yeah.
Historically, it doesn't even make sense that people were upset about it this long.
Yeah, it's like that was it. Like they came in and rectified it pretty fast.
So I don't even think like the saying it as like, oh, people were worried it would become like the way Godzilla was just gonna be, because it was like, No, it was pretty quickly like, no, we're doing something else now. And I think both versions of 2000s are up there as one of my favorite Godzilla movies too. So
It's the rare instance where Toho actually prefers the American cut.
yeah, the American cut's pretty. I like them mixing in. I know, like, it might sound weird to say, I like them mixing in kind of the more like stock dinosaur sounds into Godzilla's roar. Like, it's still Godzilla's roar, but it's got kind of like the gurgles and like sounds of like a T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Woo! Woo! You went right through that.
Is 98 considered canon to GMK? They reference it. It's up to you. It's up to you what you think about that.
Oh, yeah,
It's ultimately a joke line. It's ultimately them clowning on the movie. That's it. Like, if you think that movie happened beat for beat in universe, sure. If you just think something that looked like Godzilla attacked in 98 and it's not like actually canon, it's like, sure. Because it's a joke. That's all it is. They're never going to make GMK2 with Zilla in it. You have to go to Toho Kingdom and play their Flash games for that. Which I still think that's a stream we should do. We should just go through all the Flash games.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
I think the Rodan one's pretty good.
Yeah, that was the first one I played. But I think that's also the first one they did. Like, all three of those are pretty good. I like that as, like, it's a little fun mini game.
Oops.
I should write another Kaiju War Chronicles entry. It's been a while since I wrote one.
What's the last one you did?
The two I did, I can't remember which one was more recent. I did Cyber Godzilla versus Mechanicong, and I did Tesego versus Kumonga.
You know, you kind of remind me of those old Flash animations, Godzilla Wars, with like the Microsoft Paint animation.
Are we talking about from DLE Godzilla? And he also did like Hanna-Barbera Godzilla versus Godzilla the series. I really like that one. I think that was in our Godzilla Nostalgia stream.
It was.
Yeah. I really liked that one. I was always hoping to get like, because I know they were gonna do a series based off of the Trendmasters toys. And I love those designs. Of course not as, I'm glad we have, like, canon-accurate toys, but I would love for the Trendmasters designs to make a comeback. They're so weird. I love them.
Yeah. Hey, I'm all for the Trendmaster designs. I think they're cool.
I like...
Yes, they're very dated in that 90s extreme art style, but I grew up with that art style, so I just have a bit of a personal bias.
I think, Anguirus having purple mixed in with his design is fun. I like that. Because he's a very gray kaiju. There's not like a whole lot of varying in his color. So mixing in like purple, I like that a lot. The one bad part about the Trendmasters toys is like, despite being like advertised like, oh, you'll make your toys fight, those things shatter like if the wind blows.
That's true.
I love that the commercial for the Doom Island line just has the Godzilla figure having a smash attack when it's really just slamming the figure down.
God. But if Squid did a stream, just like the Godzilla nostalgia, but it was with old Sonic videos. I don't feel like outing what AMVs I watched when I was 12.
Dude, are you
Spoiler,
talking
it's
about...
it's a lot of Shadow X Amy.
Of course it is.
Well, let me guess. Going under? I'm just
no.
seeding and bleeding. That song?
A lot of... I know, Be My Bad Boy, Be My Man was one. That was...
Ooh.
Hey, no fair, Super Godzilla Gaming. You can't hit your lag switch when I'm winning.
Okay, this is a dumb comment I get all the time. No, there's leaked documents that say Shadow is the same age as Sonic. Like, that's literally in the 06 script. And also, they don't have ages anymore. That's not part of canon anymore.
Which I'm so glad, because the official ages just made a lot of
They didn't make any
things
sense. Amy owns a house.
Right.
Like, how is Tails this confident when he's only 8 years old?
Like, there's a clip of Ian Flynn going, like, don't worry about it anymore. Don't think about it anymore. Doesn't matter.
There, I gotcha.
That was good.
Good game.
I can't remember what that... What's the B? I thought it was like a solar beam or something.
Yeah, he has a solar beam, but I don't remember how to activate it.
Shoot.
Isn't that the up B?
No. Up B is
remember.
Vine Whip.
Oh.
Shoot. Oh well.
Lynn.
I don't know why, but... Okay, I do know why, but seeing Waluigi in this roster is just kind of, like... kind of heartwarming to me, considering the Brawl in the Family comics.
Aw.
Like, you guys remember that one where, like, it was Waluigi's birthday, and he was getting a voicemail from Daisy saying, hey, I can't make it, but have fun with everyone else, and no one else was at his birthday? Okay, crickets.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry, I was waiting for someone else.
I was being iPad baby.
I think they should make a game where Waluigi is the main protagonist. Honestly.
Waluigi where?
I'm just thinking about it. The Shadow is 50 argument has always been fucking stupid. Because I'm thinking about it, like, how old is Aang in Avatar?
112.
Yeah, but no one is, like, weirded out about him dating Katara.
Yeah.
It's like, he was frozen.
No, it's the Twilight argument. Waluigi dating simulator.
Oh god. No, it's the Wario dating simulator is the one that exists.
What?
You didn't see
Yeah.
Vinny play that? This was
Yes,
a while
oh my
ago.
God, that one. That one was years ago, and I remember it has one strangely muscular Toad as well, which if that's the one you're talking about, 'cause Vinny also did another one, I think, or if that might have been the same one. It's one of these esoteric, like, really, really poorly translated ones too.
I'm not worried about the movie canon. I'm not worried about it. I was disappointed that the Waluigi in this game didn't have the buff Waluigi skin. I was like, oh, please, please, and it didn't have it. I was like, ah, damn.
I can't go left. That's weird.
Do we need to restart?
No, I don't know what's... When I'm on the right edge of the screen, I can't go left. After doing the up B.
Buff Waluigi was removed at some point. He lost his gains!
Sad.
They took his gains from him! Thank you for the $50, Sentai. Have you watched Love and Peace? It's a Christmas kaiju movie. I was going to watch 2025 Armageddon for New Year's. I heard it's bad. I have not watched Love and Peace. I know there's a big turtle in it, though. I should watch it. 2025 Armageddon, that's the one that's like the Asylums destroy all monsters, isn't it?
No, I think that's the, isn't that the Michael Bay Armageddon?
No, that one's just called Armageddon, and that's with Bruce Willis going to space.
Yeah.
But no, a movie titled 2025 Armageddon. I think that is. Let me check. Yes, that is the Destroy All Monsters of Asylum. Which is to say, this like probably 5 minutes of monsters, and then like rest of it's in an office building.
You know, when fights get tense like this, we just need the stand-in British narrator. Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute! Who are you?
I was trying to open the floor up to Koopa.
I was thinking about the Yo-Yo Kid.
My brain is just shutting down at the moment.
We need you to do like your best David Attenborough impression to commentate this fight.
And here we see two combatants locked in a battle that will show in the other's death. Witness one fall to their doom. No, that's not quite.
I'm scrolling through the plot line of 2025 Armageddon, and I see the phrase, the drones 3D print the creatures to deploy them.
Huh.
Oh?
How'd you do that Giga Bowser trick?
You have to hold L.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hold L for large.
You can also do Dry Giga Bowser. You have to hold L when we hit start, is the thing. So you just keep holding L.
Yep.
Now you're gonna destroy me.
Holy jeez. Yeah, right.
It appears that the gigantic turtle has made a grave mistake as it throws itself off the edge to its death far below.
Jeez.
It is going to be a sad day when David Attenborough is like, he is a national treasure and undeniably has advanced like public opinion of like animals and like nature. It's gonna be a shame.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a shame when he's gone.
He's
Long
90.
may he live.
At the very least, he'll be with his brother again.
That's very true.
Join Jimmy Carter with that peanut place in the sky. Why couldn't I remember the word farm? Why did I say place? Why couldn't I remember the word
The
farm?
peanut place in the sky, yes. with the peanut statue with the lips. The peanut place in the sky.
For some reason, I was picturing Mr. Peanut.
He died too.
Yeah, true.
Mr. Peanut will reunite with Jimmy Carter and David Attenborough when they die.
They went through all the stages with Mr. Peanut, didn't they? They like showed him as a baby when he came back. Didn't they do Mr. Peanut as a sexy teenager for a little bit?
I think so, and it's like the most uncanny thing ever.
Oh no.
I still love that they revealed Baby Mr. Peanut, thinking this is gonna be the next Baby Yoda.
Will Jimmy Carter return as Baby Nut?
They did.
Nope, I can't
They
go
did.
left.
Oh,
I can't go left.
you go left when you're.
I like that. I like that two people had the same thought. Tumblr sexy man, Peanut. The two people thought the same thing. Remember when they made the Hamburglar sexy?
Yeah, just made him a man, just a random outfit.
All I can remember about when they did that is when someone changed the text on the ad to be like, "It's the ham fuckler. He'll fuck with your ham."
And the thing that's actually kind of funny though is after years of like the say no, don't exist, we never made them. It feels like in the last year or so they've went, you know what? Yeah, they did exist. Buy our stuff. You know, it's kind of wild.
Awesome.
Aaron93 says, genuinely pretty bummed when I learned Jimmy died. I know he was 100, but Preston.
You were
Also,
cutting in and out, but I read the message too. Yeah, it sucked.
I remember him as being King of the Hill.
Oh yeah, he was in King of the Hill.
Jimmy Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes!
What?
Wow.
Yeah, that Hank met him and he's like, huh, you are our president. America.
What I gotta say though is 100 is a phenomenal. It's like, you know, even in today's sort of conditions where life expectancies are rising year on year for the most part, to make it to 100 is no. Most people will probably never reach that, even with health improving.
I don't think Biden's making it through this year. I don't think he's making it out of 2025. I'm being honest. Actually, I don't think either of them, Biden or Trump, is making it out of 2025. If I'm being honest.
Though you see, they have plot armor.
Oh God.
You gotta make it through for the plot.
Oh my God. We're just electing like the record oldest people to be president over and over, and then people are gonna act all shocked when one dies of old age.
Yeah. It's
Like,
like,
people are gonna be like, "How could this happen? What about like the medical things we could have done for a month? They're old."
it's been like what, a century since the last occasion of a president, you know. But it seems like the bit happening are rising with each successive election
Hey, I
now.
mean, it almost happened with Trump again. I mean,
Yeah.
Can we please like get off the topic of politics?
I think Jimmy Carter asked Biden to do his eulogy. I don't think it's gonna go well. He's gonna forget where he is.
Or he's going to try and do something like the infamous "at the foothills of the Himalayas" speech.
My favorite thing he did was in his 2020 election campaign, when someone questioned like his health, and he said, "Listen, fat."
So, when are we gonna get to a
push-ups?
when are we gonna get to the president who has that photo of Sonic and Shadow on his desk?
Oh God.
Probably about another 20 years or something, I'd imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
Who would win, Teenage Mr. Peanut or Onceler?
I think the ones where it got it in the bag on.
Now, which Onceler though? Because we got to consider all the Onceler AUs. Are we talking the Greedler? Are we talking pre-corruption Onceler? Are we talking their genetic clone child?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. People, because there was no one else to ship anyone with in the Lorax, so they would ship the Onceler with the Onceler, and they would draw the child who would be a genetic clone.
What?
Oh?
Okay, that's it. Just.
How bad
Okay.
can I be?
Just imagine me pushing Squid in the closet and just shutting the door right now. Like that's it. I don't know about you.
They didn't ship the Onceler with the Lorax. That's the weird part.
Yeah, that's the most obvious choice, and they never did it, apparently.
That was the whole thing, is that people found themselves attracted to the Onceler, and instead of just, like, moving on, it was like, no, we need to... It's the same thing that happened with Sans.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
The same thing that
my
happened...
personal favorite. It's like my personal favorite is probably Last Breath, because of all the fan-made phases everyone makes, where it's like, yeah, I should be dead right now, but like I'm not gonna die because either I'm too angry or like dying is stupid, you know, that kind of thing.
God.
And it was like you'd have phase 100 where he but blood, like just blood and a few flecks of dust, but he's still alive and still fighting. And it's just the most ridiculous thing ever.
I liked the headcanon because, you know, Sans is like really the only one that gets like any like blood on him and his death.
Yeah.
I liked when someone was like, no, it's a ketchup bottle.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not blood. You broke his ketchup bottle when you killed him.
He drinks it so much and he always carries it on him, yeah. And that would explain why he gets it on his hands when he touches his jacket, because it's just leaking out over it.
Jack Frost x Elsa versus Spider-Man x Elsa, who wins? Well, the thing about Spider-Man is all his girlfriends die.
Yes.
True.
So
Hang on,
it's
Felicia
already
Hardy
2-on-1.
hasn't died. Black Cat hasn't died.
Yeah, but she became a lesbian to be protected from that. It's fine.
That was bi. There's a difference.
I forget.
No, she became bisexual.
Okay, bisexual.
Oof.
To quote Sonic the Hedgehog, "Oh, she's bisexual. I didn't know that."
Game.
Yeah, 'cause in
the
the-
rest of the... Sorry, go on.
Yeah, because in the Mayday Parker timeline, she starts hanging out with another girl,
Yeah,
and which makes her daughter upset
Yeah,
because she had a daughter with Flash Thompson.
who like he didn't get to be Agent Venom yet when they wrote that. Flash was
No.
like, yeah, you should have broken up with him a long time ago. I don't know why you let it get this far.
Yeah, Flash in the Mayday Parker timeline is just the football coach at the high school now.
Yeah, and he's like balding, which is really funny for Flash. Which Jack Frost, Martin Short? That's so much funnier than the real one. The Santa Claus Jack Frost x Elsa. Paul x Elsa is also really good.
Black Cat and Silver Sable always had tension. Are you saying that because you mean it, or are you saying that because they tried to make that movie about it?
I have the script for the movie.
Yes, which... Could you share that with me sometime? Because
Yeah,
I'm still in disbelief that ever was even on the drawing board.
They got a comic writer to write it, so I appreciate it. I feel like they are, they do try to fit in too much stuff. Like, they set up Green Goblin, they set up the bar with no name, Tombstone's in it, Scorpion's in it, Tarantula's in it. It's like, there's too much stuff in here.
Was it Mendel Strom in it?
Yeah, Mendel Strom was gonna be the main villain, because originally they were like, we want Green Goblin to be the main villain, and like and then Marvel was like, this was when they were still like floating it being in universe for the MCU, and they were like, we have plans for Norman, so they're like, okay, and they treat Norman like Darth Maul in Solo, where it's like he's there for a little bit.
You know, I still remember.
I read the
wait,
Powerpuff Girls live action show script.
Oh God.
Really funny.
I still remember all those years ago when Iron Man 3 was coming out, and I didn't have any conception of the idea of rights. So when I saw Iron Patriot show up in that trailer, I was like, wait, Norman Osborn?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because it was already like a rumor at that time, because we knew that like back in 2012 they were trying to get things like linked together.
Yeah, they tried to get Avengers or Oscorp Tower in the Avengers movie.
Yeah, so
What? Okay.
the what? I can't unhide that message, but it's really funny. I like Cam's disbelief at everything we're saying.
It's like that
good.
one line from Breaking Bad. Jesse, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, but the CW Powerpuff Girls script is bad, but it's really funny. I would have loved to at least the pilot to get leaked. I would love it.
Aren't they making a live-action Totally Spies show?
No!
Is the Powerpuff script that bad? It's Here's the thing. I would consider it of the same quality as Riverdale. Now, I like Riverdale for none of its intended purposes. It's kind of that, where it's like, yeah, there are things that I'm sure that I would end up loving in some, like, insane way, but it's like, reading it off the page, it's like, oh, you've made some mistakes here. Is it better than Morbius? Morbius's greatest sin is that 80% of it is boring.
Yeah.
That, and also it made everyone think it was going to be in the MCU with that one trailer shot.
Honestly, thinking it might be in the MCU had me more thinking of, like, maybe I don't want to see this movie. Now, Madam Web, however, is the funniest movie I've ever seen. Like, in a couple years, it will be a cult hit, because Dakota Johnson corpsing her way through that movie is so funny. Am I on the right train? I don't know, man. It's so funny. Like, you can definitely feel that she thought she was signing up for an MCU movie, found out before production began, and she was stuck on this movie, and just didn't care the rest of the movie. It's so funny. I love it.
I still remember when my mother was watching and I had to explain to the baby at the end as Peter, and she was like, what?
How did Sony end up making 3 of the films of all time nearly back to back? It's because they misunderstood why people like Venom, that Tom Hardy being sweaty and pathetic is really funny. and they just ended up being like, oh, they like villain spin-offs.
So,
And
you
then they
know,
also ended up completely misinterpreting the ironic.
Woo!
Let's put it out on a limited release, and then that bombs.
Yeah.
No. It's funny when Sony caught on that Morbius was becoming a meme, so they decided to re-release it, and it bombed a second time.
I still can't believe that actually happened. Like, did they do no market research? Like, what?
Yeah, I don't.
Watching Joel's bit on Morbius where he watches the trailer over and over again and just says, "Oh, so is that Morbius? No, he's a monster." Oops. You know that one. It's just the funniest thing.
Oh, so Super Godzilla game just walked off the platform.
God, are we desynced again?
No.
Okay.
You know, because I have I've never checked myself because I have zero care. How's Kraven doing?
Bad.
So bad that like Sony have basically said they're not going to continue with like the series for the foreseeable future.
That's not true. They corrected that.
Okay, here we go.
Because everything coming out in the next couple years is going to be linked to Secret Wars, so they're saying we're focusing entirely on that Spider-Verse, which I'm convinced is never coming out. And their live-action Spider-Man noir show that's going to be on Amazon Prime.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
They've cast
SDs this match.
Nicolas Cage is playing Spider-Man noir in live action.
Which, when you're a comic geek like me, it makes you think, how faithful to the source material is this going to be? Like, are we gonna, like, I've heard it's Ben Reilly, not Peter Parker, because they want to avoid confusion. But
Yeah,
I'm just thinking, are we gonna see Uncle Ben being eaten alive by a cannibal vulture?
Yeah. The noir stuff is an insane universe. They did say that the villain of the first episode is Sandman.
Who's just like a big tough guy in the noir universe.
Yeah,
he doesn't have
kinda,
sand power.
He has like Tombstone's powers. He can get hard. Which I suppose everyone can do in that universe, but you know.
That's also the universe where Felicia Hardy's face gets disfigured and she wears a mask and blames Spider-Man for it.
I'm trying to think of who else is there in that. I think I don't know. If,
Raven's a lion tamer. Norman Osborn is like a goblin man who wears a Scooby-Doo face mask.
God, I don't know if Golden Age Deadpool is part of that universe though, because I know there's like Noir Punisher and like some other noir
Iron Man.
Yeah, like I know they're all there, but I know they did Golden Age Deadpool because they didn't want to do Noir Deadpool. But I don't know if he's part of that.
No, if you really want to go in like whoa territory, X-Men Noir, where the noir version of mutants is people with mental disorders.
Yeah, they did like Freaks is the whole thing. It's like that's all they're doing. It would be really funny if like they just got the rights, because you know Marvel's doing nothing with Hulk ever. It would be great if they just put Joe Fixit in it and just don't explain.
Yes.
Just put Joe Fixit in it and never. I did not hear that the Superman test screening went bad. The trailer, I'm gonna be honest, like I like a lot of James Gunn's other work a whole lot. I felt nothing when I watched the trailer. Everyone else is like, "Oh, it's so good," and I'm like, I guess I'll see when the movie comes out. I do think Guy Gardner looks hilarious.
For sure.
The bowl cut, it's so funny. Like, and some people are like, "Oh, he looks so ugly." I'm like, that's exactly how Guy Gardner's supposed to look.
Oops.
Woo!
Hulk goes public domain and gets a horror film. Except that makes sense with Hulk.
Definitely. Yeah.
Wait, was that the Jet Jaguar skin right there?
Yeah, I just saw it for a second. I'd lose my mind.
Where?
Well, we were hovering over.
Yeah, just saw it.
It's not. It doesn't work. Yeah, it's just regular Captain Falcon.
Oh, I just saw it too.
Clickbaited
up. Still selected just so I can know him in spirit.
Ridley.
All right.
Gardner looks like he would call me a slur. That is true about Guy Gardner, but he's also the only Green Lantern who has his gender transed twice.
Speeve says, Wikizilla blind. All I have to say is that username is literally, he's okay because he lid. Speeve. It's from that one, like, poorly, it's from where they highlight the letters in. He's okay because he lied. She's okay because she believed. It's he's okay because he lid Speed. It's just.
What would be the best, worst type of movie for a public domain Hulk movie? That would be adapting those short comics that they had for a while of like Hulk, Red Hulk, and Blue Hulk in kindergarten.
No, you gotta do like the Hostess Cupcake comics they did. It's just like Hulk love Twinkie.
I just remember this one where like the three Hulks break out and fight during finger painting, and then they're all covered in paint. Like, I Red Hulk? No, I think you Blue Hulk.
Is Guy Gardner a good superhero or an a-hole? The answer is yes. Yeah. Hulk romantic comedy would be funny though.
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't that what She-Hulk was?
I didn't watch it. I just wasn't interested.
Yeah, please don't watch it. It's not worth your time.
All I knew is that I already thought like the discourse around it was annoying because I know she does some fourth wall break stuff and people were like, "Oh, they're stealing Deadpool's thing." I'm like, "No, she does this in the comics."
Yeah,
like,
she does that in the comics. That's not what I was angry about.
Yeah, I'm not saying you were angry. I just saw like the discourse was exactly.
Yeah, like some of it is. Like, a lot of the discourse was pretty hereditary for a show of its nature, but some of it was valid criticisms.
Yeah, like, I trusted more the criticism of the people who read her comics than the people who, like, were just jumping on it to be mean about it.
Yeah.
Like, because those people were saying things where I'm like, you don't read She-Hulk.
Exactly.
And people were like, why can't it be serious? And I'm like, one of her villains for a bit was a guy named Dr. Bong, and he had a bell on his head.
If anything, I was actually looking forward to seeing Leapfrog. I can't believe they brought him in.
You guys were forced to make a Godzilla horror movie once he goes into the public domain. How would you do it?
I mean, I guess I'd just go back to.
I would re-release the 1954 film. No money down.
Or I would make a film in the style of G54. Try and use period correct effects, that kind of thing.
The concept's right there with the fifth form Shin Godzilla.
Yeah, why not?
You know, if anything, Zilla kind of feels like a public domain Godzilla, like the kind that you would see in one of those public domain adaptations.
Kind of, I guess. Just bigger budget. I feel like we're currently at the stage with public domain horror films, though, where we just need to give them a little bit more time to familiarize themselves with the idea of adapting something into a horror work. Because there's some good stuff there, it just needs a bit more time to grow, if that makes sense.
I like Godzilla buys a house, but it's haunted a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Wait, I'm just imagining like he opens a door and there's GMK Godzilla.
How does the public domain work with foreign media? So, example, I think The Invisible Man is still copywritten in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Or it was at least until a couple years ago. But like there was like a 10-year period where like it was public domain here, but it wasn't in the UK. I think it's just the stuff can't be released there officially for a bit.
Yeah, or that, or it has to be, or there has to be like some to make it work. Like they have to do some sort of licensing just to get it approved.
Yeah, I don't know for does Japan have a public domain? I don't know.
Japan public domain. Works in Japan are considered to be in the public domain when their copyright protection has ended. Cinematic materials protected for 70 years from the date of creation or publication. But it says here, rights do not extend to third parties, and written permission from the copyright owners is required to reproduce or transmit protected items beyond what copyright law allows. Films produced in Japan before 1953 are currently considered in the public domain.
getting close.
Yeah, that was real close.
At the same time, though, isn't there a way that like companies can get around public domain by just re-releasing stuff and then copyrighting that and saying, "There we go, we've updated the copyright now"?
Hey, now you're thinking
Yeah.
like Disney.
There's a
Because
lot
I'm
of
pretty
like.
sure that's how Godzilla 1954 has survived for so long, because each re-release like is copyrighted as its own thing. I'm not sure.
Like, I'm like just thinking like this is a Halo level. I've just realized I saw one of the doors. No, it's Metroid. I'm stupid. It's the Metroid door. I don't know why I thought it was Halo for a second. They occupy the same space in my brain. But yeah, Japan. Like I'm seeing in chat, Japan's copyright law, and like when you factor in stuff like doujinshi and stuff, like there's that. I feel like we did a whole like thing about that with the Godzilla character that appears in the Ultraman doujinshi. It's like yeah, they can be sold, but like you know.
It's like I think like laws in Japan in relation to fan-made stuff are a bit more lenient as it is too.
Woo! Extremely.
Thing
good
about
game
Kong.
Oh,
Thing
that's
about
really good.
Kong in public domain is that he's 50% in the public domain already, because his novelization of the original film that came out before the original film by like a year is in the public domain.
Yeah. Unfortunately, him being 50 has been such a minefield to get the copyright going as well.
Yeah, so basically how it works is because the King Kong novelization is public domain, the King Kong character, as well as like Jack and characters like
Carl.
them in name and Carl in name are public domain. But there are some of the things that King Kong is most known for are part of the film adaptation, which is still copyrighted. So you'd basically have to adhere to the characters or the events in the book. And how do I explain this?
Oops.
You pretty much have to be able to prove you're only basing it off of the book.
Yes.
Like there's a French comic that does like an AU where it's like, what if Kong didn't die at the end and then everyone just abandoned New York and New York's like overtaken by the jungle? It's set in the future. Like they have things that are specific references to the book that are like, okay, it's only basing it off of the book. It's not because you could attach it to something else, but like,
yeah, like the novelization mentions the famous T-Rex fight as just meat eater, whereas in the film it's clearly a theropod tyrannosaur. So if you make Kong fight a T-Rex, then Universal might come after you.
Yeah, and I think that's why we have stuff like why the Kong of Skull Island like property, which is from the fucking the Cooper estate, is like licensed it. Why like they don't just have like the meat eater or anything. Like no, we have Gaul. Like he's different.
She actually, but
I haven't read those. I have one of the books now, the Kong versus Tarzan, but I haven't read it yet because I'm still reading through the King Kong novelization.
Have you seen the concept art for Universal's adaptation of that book from the 70s? Like that humanoid Kong?
I have not.
Ooh.
Oh, I gotta direct message it to you sometime, because trust me, you're either gonna be disgusted or bust out laughing.
Do I like the DeVito verse? So my only direct experience with the DeVito verse so far is the video game.
Yeah, and we all know how that went.
Where I tried my best to enjoy it. I did. If you watch the stream highlights for the first like half of it, I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this. But then like, I slowly start to lose my mind.
I think the thing that sums up that game when we were doing it is we kept going off on tangents about anything but the game.
We
like,
talked
midway
about
through.
car crashes for
Yeah.
an extended period of time.
Yeah, I just talked about people about like car crash public service announcements. There was also a whole part about about like the draw for. I'm not going to say a name because it'd
Wait, I
catch,
only
it'd
have one
probably catch
life?
out
Oops.
swearing.
God.
The realization.
$30 that Squid could never get back. I'm fine with owning shovelware. I'm
And
fine.
like at one point, I quoted a review of Hunt Down the Freeman. Game sucks. I go to bed.
God.
You know, one of my favorite parts of
Okay,
that stream was the fact that you guys just bumped into a Carnotaurus. That was so funny.
Yeah.
Unceremoniously.
Repeatedly, like backtracking because you have to unlock the ability to navigate. It's just the most-
So, just to summarize, because I see a couple people asking, so the DeVito verse refers to a series of Kong novels and comics, which the main creative force behind it is Joe DeVito. It's officially licensed by the Cooper Estate, because the Cooper Estate claimed that like they had the full rights to Kong. There's things about that where that's not completely true, but you know. It's like, so they just went officially. So it's like we have the MonsterVerse stuff happening, but at the same time, there's other stuff happening. Like, so technically, like if IDW wanted to, they could do a Godzilla versus Kong book, but they would just have to go to Dynamite because they have the rights to do the comic adaptations of the DeVito verse. They wouldn't go through Legendary at all. Like this, it's just a separate Kong thing that's happening. Tarzan's another weird case where I think most of his books are in the public domain, but the name is trademarked, and trademarks don't expire. So his scream, you know the one, the yell that Tarzan does, the name Tarzan, and some other stuff are all trademarked. So you can put Tarzan in your book. You can't call the book Tarzan. So it's...
Can you get Phil Collins in it?
God. That's a different problem.
or in the case of
Why is Tarzan's name trademark? Because Edgar Rice Burroughs wanted it to be that his estate would always own it and all of his characters. So...
And like I'm seeing people talking about Chayo, and it's like, yeah, or in the case of Chayo, you can forge a signature and claim that you own the copyright to something, then contract it out to a random Chinese studio which doesn't even care about copyright, and fight with the legitimate owners of the copyright for decades, all because they had the fatal mistake of making 2 films with you.
I want them to release their show. I need to know.
Millennium, why not?
I need to know. Wasn't there a trailer where there's like a big soda bottle in the background?
Yeah, just a big soda bottle in the desert or something.
I need it. Pretty sure they've lost some recent cases. Yeah, it's the thing about with their trademark law for Edgar Rice Burroughs stuff. It's like the whole thing that I've been. It's like they'll take you to court over it. But be prepared to either A, have a lawyer, or B, because what they're gonna do is they're gonna do because they have more money than the whole thing they're gonna do is that they're gonna like try to just mess up you financially till you like give up. My original character, Tarman. That's really funny.
Anthony Boudrum says, I love how the Ultra Chayo as outlaw Ultras. Yeah, that's the thing the Ultra Wiki have come up to unofficial or unlicensed content as outlaw. And that seems to be a naming convention that only they've been going by, which is honestly I don't mind. I think people should use it more. I like it. The funniest one though had to be when the Chinese company did like stage show suit covered in body paint.
Oh yeah.
And it's the most scuffed thing ever.
Woo!
Did you just
Lol.
bunny off
Dude,
the platform?
Pretty much.
Dude, that was right off of like that could be a spoof of the Lion King. Long live the whoop.
God. Yeah, the Doyle estate is also like that, but from what I've gathered, the Doyle estate can't has been very thoroughly beaten in court multiple times, where it's not going to go after something unless it thinks it can get actual money from it. Thoughts on Shadow the Hedgehog game from 2005? I love it. Like, I'm the only one here who loves it uncritically.
All I'm gonna say is the intro to that game features the funniest instance of a gun in popular culture ever, because it's meant to be an MP, but the amount of different things Shadow does to that gun that completely conflict with the way an MP5 behaves in real life is just kind of hilarious.
Like he cocks it.
He cocks it like a shotgun. He twists the magazine after loading it in, and slaps it for good measure. And it's just all things you just don't do with a submachine gun.
There is it was a couple years later. There is one model of gun that is exactly like that.
Couldn't go back.
Yeah,
and some people have tried to excuse it to be like it's literally that. It's like, no, that gun didn't come out till 2009. It's interesting though. It's exactly the Shadow the Hedgehog gun though.
It really is funny though, just how many weird things happen in that 2 seconds.
It's cool as hell though.
It really
I love how
is,
huge
it
the moon
is
is.
cool as hell though, yeah.
I love Snapcube, but I in my heart I hate every time I stream that game and Doom shows up. Someone goes, "Hey Shadow, it's me, the devil." It's just like when the Utah Raptor was discovered after Spielberg made the Velociraptors big. I think I'm a Utah Raptor truther. They're not real. Spielberg planted them. Have I played
No,
Shadow
what's funny
Generation?
is that,
I streamed it. Go over to my channel. I did stream it. I streamed the whole thing.
It's like whenever somebody wants to use the Jurassic Park Velociraptors but wants to be paleo accurate about it, they just slap Utah Raptor's name on it.
They're fun. I don't know what else to say. They're good.
Unfortunately, the paleo community did lose Dakota Raptor. That's no longer identified as a species.
Yep.
We had a Jurassic Park-sized Velociraptor that lived alongside T-Rex, Triceratops, and Ankylosaurus, all of that, but nope, not anymore.
What was the thing that turned out not to be a real one? It was the long-necked dinosaur.
Brontosaurus.
Saurophagnix has also been...
Wait, which one?
Brontosaurus used to be not a species, but it has actually been reclassified as a real one now. They've actually...
They just gave its name to something else?
Well, very recently they have reclassified Brontosaurus. So, yes, Brontosaurus is a thing again.
Okay, so Brontosaurus at one point wasn't a thing. It was a different, wrong head on a different skeleton. But now they're just calling something else.
It was considered to be a synonym of Apatosaurus. But then they sort of went, okay, yeah, actually it does. They analysed the skeletons and they found sufficient differences for it to warrant a new species.
This is just Big Dinosaur wanting to sell Brontosaurus toys again.
Hey, trust me, if you guys want a paleo stream, I'm all here. I'm here all week, people.
We'll just play Jurassic Park Trespasser, and we'll just spend the whole stream looking at the boob health bar.
They retcons Brontosaurus back into the continuity. Yes, back into the continuity of real life.
Quid, if you play Trespasser.
I don't think that. I barely am allowed. I still have to pitch us playing War of the Monsters. I don't think I'm going to be allowed to play Jurassic Park Trespasser with the titty health bar.
Oh yeah, we've also lost Saurophaganax as well, because we now believe that the skeleton is actually a chimera of different species. Like
we almost lost Torosaurus too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Boob Health Bar, please explain. Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna summarize it real fast. The way to check your health in this game is for your character to look down at her boobs, and there's like a heart tattoo. I think that changes depending on how much damage you've taken.
Oh, so like a color timer.
Yeah. She's an ultra.
but okay, to give us like us equally fast but a little more detailed, the game developers wanted a fully immersive experience, even though it was 1998. So they didn't want to have a on-screen HUD system. So they made that your health bar. You'd have to look down.
The next Godzilla game should have a boob health bar. It has to be Heisei Godzilla. That's the only one with titties.
No, those are pecs.
Potato.
Wait, no, I think Space Godzilla's got a rack.
Ghidorah has neck boobs.
There's a specific fan art of Godzilla with a boob window shirt, and Space Godzilla has the hard eyes.
Pikachu!
Your ability to do that always scares me.
Alright, Pikachu, go to hell!
Ooh, was that a soundboard?
No, that was just Titanic.
Oh!
Ow.
Holy!
This is not the first time this has happened.
Well, it's the first time it happened with me around.
Let's go.
Anyone wonder why? Stop and think, why didn't Planet X just take Godzilla and Rodan without ever talking to Earth? Well, you see, yeah, if they took Godzilla and Rodan without saying anything, people would be suspicious. Like, hey, what's going on?
I think that movie should have turned into a custody battle. I think they should have went to court over Godzilla and Rodan.
Oh no! I did not V-Roars! No!
I gave up thinking in the Showa era. Good for you. That's the conclusion we all reach eventually. What do you mean that Pikachu color's uncanny? It's albino.
No, it's based on. Is it based on
Togepi.
02? From
That was on Togepi.
Oh, 02, yeah, the boss that terrifies players by bleeding from its eyes. Though, honestly,
well, okay, I know it's a reference, but it looks like albino Pikachu.
What? I can't think of a Sonic the Hedgehog quote that would be my favorite. All I can think of is when he found out Starline died in the IDW comics, and he just said, "Big oof."
Okay, I now finally have it.
It's the funniest scene.
No! I can't lose to a little rat.
Seems like you are.
In the highlights, we're putting Dutaios from the Toho Kingdom shorts on screen.
Whoa! Yeah.
Big oof is up there with its rough buddy. It's really funny because
it's up there with that stupid use of True Dat in Sonic Frontiers.
Whoa.
No. Forces.
Yes!
I do like. I do. Oh, that was very close though. I do like that the big oof comes after like him trying to convince Surge to like not be bad and be like we can resolve this, we can be fine, but then like it comes off like I didn't like Starline at all. Like big oof. Oh well.
It's even Starlion's death is even funnier when you listen to the Bumblecast and see people have turned it into an endless isekai adventure.
I like they did though. I'm hoping they get back to this because they haven't done it in a little bit, but they did it like right after it happened where they had like Surge hallucinate Starline, and like we've had Surge for a bit now, but she's always been like around like at least Kit, so no reason for her to have hallucinations at the moment. But I was kind of hoping they're gonna do like her just constantly hallucinating Starline, like Peacemaker and his Nazi dad.
Oh yeah.
And doesn't Jessica Jones hallucinate the oh, dang it, I really don't want to say purple GUI, but because I don't remember his name.
Purple guy!
That's why I didn't want to say it!
He has Kill in his name.
Oh,
I just call him
Kill-
David Tennant. That's
Yeah,
just
David Tennant. It's fine. According to Kim Penders, if you paint Godzilla pink, it's yours and Toho can't sue you. No, that would be
Godzilla.
Gojiren. That would be Gojiren. They made it.
Yep.
Killgrave is the name. Okay.
okay, yeah, Killgrave. Yeah, 'cause doesn't she hallucinate him in that show?
For a little bit. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Yeah.
I'm bad at watching TV. I don't even think I finished it. This is the thing. Even if I really like a TV show, I'm fated to not finish it. Like that's just the way it is. In the comics, he's called the Purple Man. Okay. Purple guy.
Oh, man.
Purple guy!
Five Nights at Freddy's. Is this where you want to be? Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't get it. Why would you want to stay? Can you paint Julie Sue orange and then Ken can't sue? Sega tried that. Sega tried that. Didn't work.
Oh, shade! I love that Ken Penders just completely just took Sage and just took shade and just nobody said anything.
Because that's the whole thing, is that he started suing. The reason that court case got thrown out was that he was suing them in the middle of the Archie lawsuit. So like they were like, we can't do anything about this until the other lawsuit is resolved.
And then he filed it again like a few days later in the same
and he
judge.
was like, no, and then but then later when everything was resolved, the statute of limitations had run out on it. So so the judge was like, look, if they use her again, you can file again. So it's just like this standoff at this point, where he's certain because she can't be used by Sega without a lawsuit opening up, that he can just use her. I just came from Batting Food. Are we talking about turd penders? Yeah.
I know what you're trying to say, but if you do that, Scott Caution can sue for Orange Guy. Scott Caution.
Scott
Caution. Oh no, that's a pretty rad skin right there.
It's
Mr. B.
It's from
Bowser's Inside Story.
Yes.
It's Dark Bowser, aka the Dark.
Yeah, like Fawful and all that. And also one of the best final boss scores in video game history.
Yes.
Absolutely, I 100% agree.
Yeah, I
Just
don't.
that piano.
Yeah, Anthony, I don't think he technically owns Shade, but like he's willing to press his limits on that, on like what he can do. So
Yeah.
like when he puts out the Knuckles Omnibus, like I bought the Julie Sue Chronicles at the beginning because I did a video on it. But when he gets the Knuckles Omnibus out, I'm going to buy it because like I don't like him. He's not the devil. He's just a mid sci-fi writer. He means nothing to me. Yeah, I want this in a collected edition.
Kino Studio says, can we expect another highlight video on the extra soon?
Yeah. I'm gonna be staying up all night to get a video for my channel done, because I want one done before another one done before the end of 2025 or 2024. I'm already setting up. But I'm gonna do a video on all the Jason X comics. And hopefully that'll be out
this year, though.
They're crazy. 2 of them are one called Jason versus Jason X.
Oh?
Jason is fighting himself.
Why not?
So I'm looking forward to that.
You know,
He's only devil to the fans who grew up with Archie Sonic and Son Alley fans. He didn't like Son Alley anyway. He tried to kill her off twice. Okay, but stream highlights.
What I find funny about that whole Sega case hearing is that there actually has been a small tidbit of the audio from that trial released, where, because Ken was basically saying that he deserves that pot of gold that the game made in terms of sales. But Sega's lawyer in the audio that was released was saying he didn't file suit against my client until well after the sales were done. And the judge just makes this joke, so it's more like a thimble of gold.
Yeah, Chronicles didn't sell well. I'm sure they would have fought Chronicles if it was a big hit.
Which is a shame, because I really love its character-driven, approach.
Yeah, I mean, I like the stuff it does. It was definitely doing the stuff that that they're doing now, where it's like, oh, everything is one canon. Where BioWare, when they were doing Chronicles, was very like, yep, we're gonna mix in everything, and that was what they're. If they didn't say in that behind-the-scenes video, oh, we're taking stuff from the comics, this would have never happened.
For real.
Like, Knuckles discovering he's not the last of his kind is actually a really fascinating story idea, because to me that opens up the tale as old as time dispute of blood family versus found family.
I mean, that's what I think they're doing with, because they kind of have, like, Trip, they had in the Knuckles 30th anniversary special, she has, like, an analog to, like, the Echidna stuff, so...
But she's not, because she has her family.
Yeah. But she's like the mirror at this point.
I just love that panel where he assumes that she's alone like him, and she just has this, huh? Look at her.
Yeah, yeah. Ken did pitch. He has like I think it's 2 separate pitches for a Sonic movie.
Oh no!
I've seen the concept. Not great.
Oh no! Not that.
And he did kind of impede Sad AM's creator from pitching a Sad AM movie, so
yes,
which I doubt would have happened anyway, if I'm being honest. But it was still like he actively like kind of down talked him to Sega, being like, "Well, he wants to hijack your franchise," and like he wasn't even allowed to pitch basically. So it was like it was still scummy, but I'm sure there's a chance it wouldn't have happened anyway. I can't blame him fully for that.
I love that there's that one Koopa back there just hanging on for dear life, sinking in the lava.
And then the music plays and he has to do a little dance.
And he falls off.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
So lost. I've had periodic access to a Genesis and I've seen the movie. That's all I got. I mean, I like the comics a lot. So my weird way I view the Sonic franchise, and other people do this, but I think like this is not the normal way to view it. I've always viewed comics as like this is the central canon, and then the games are like canon OVAs. If to use like an anime comparison, like comics are the main thing to me, and then like the games are like the important like nexus points that the comics take place like around.
That's not really how I see it, but we could just debate this all.
I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing is that's how Sega wants everyone to view it differently. That was like the whole like, because like when they tweeted out everything like the everything is canon thing, like the social media manager like clarified in a write-up. He was like, yeah, because we want everyone to have a different view of it. Because from a marketing perspective, it's better to just not say anything is non-canon. Because what do you get when you decanonize something? You get someone pissed off who's not going to buy your thing anymore. So they're just, that's all it is.
Like, personally, what I've always wanted, and again, I'm not trying to start a conversation here, but I've always wanted, like, post-reboot RG IDW universe hybrid. Because then I think you have just about everything you need for a really good Sonic story.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who just headcanon that exactly. I think you can, like...
Yeah. Well, okay, a few pre-reboot characters here and there, like Shard would be amazing in the Diamond Cutters.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because you asked Ian Flynn that question, and that clip is so funny. The clip is so genuine funny because you say it, and he realizes it's such a good idea. And he's like, I can't do it, though. Because he lists Shard as one of his favorite characters to, like, write.
Yeah.
So,
just last night, I sent a few more super chats to ask him, like, some other, like, Shard-related questions. Like, I asked him, what would it be like if he got the Wispin upgrade? And he'd be like, he'd be unstoppable. He is the Wispon.
God, it's... I'm hoping we get a lot of more Archie questions on that podcast now that he's like any like Sega specific questions about current canon he has to run by Sega. So I'm hoping we get a lot more like Archie.
Well, actually, he's came out since then saying after talking with Sega, the terms that they wanted is just not going to work. So starting next year, the Bumblecast won't be taking any more Sonic questions. Period.
Oh, okay. Well, he still did Rivals of Aether, and then he still has he has other comics that
like Mega Man, and he's shown a huge interest in doing Star Fox, which I really would love to see.
Yeah, I would love that.
Even though I know Nintendo is never going to hire a double agent.
God, no, they hired him to do an ARMS comic. He wrote a whole script, like he did a whole ARMS comic, but like when ARMS was disappointing in sales, they just never released it.
But yeah, like Ian Flynn behind Star Fox. Oh man.
So like he's writing the DC Sonic crossover, and I remember like people were like, "Can we get a DC writer to write it?" Which I think is stupid. A, because like why would you have them write characters they've never written before? And B, Ian Flynn has written for DC. That's a thing he's done.
Nico Stud, to answer your question, who owns Sally? Sega.
Yeah, Sega. They just don't want to use her right now. They own all the SatAM original characters. They just don't want to use her, at least in a current context.
Because basically Sally, Antoine, Bunny, they were all the product of... Like, back in the 90s, you had the Japanese series and the American series, where...
We had the Bibble.
The Bible. That was, like, the lore template for the American side of Sonic. But once Sonic Adventure came along, which was very heavily rooted in the Japanese series, they basically merged it all. Okay, basically, the Japanese series just ate the American series.
I would say they more fuse, because there's elements of both, because, like, I think guitar started in American stuff. And Chili Dog started... A lot of character traits kept from the American stuff.
Yeah, but still, like, if they brought back, like, Sally, Antoine, then to them, they're products of a bygone era.
Yeah, it's also a problem of, like, like sales-wise, because SatAM was never shown in Japan. So, like, it's like they don't know who these characters are. Archie never had a translation. IDW is getting translated, though. So, there's a lot of stuff where it's like they would have to catch up their whole other audience to stuff, which is like, is that worth it? I don't know, but they just released the Ruby Spears Mega Man cartoon in Japanese. So who knows what'll happen this year?
Yay! All right, how much longer do we want to go?
Do we want to have Toku swap in again?
Is Toku still here?
Yeah, Toku.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
still alive.
Okay.
Okay. Well, GGS.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time.
That was very fun.
Our conversations weren't really relevant to the game, but at least it was fun to watch and commentate.
Yeah, we had a lot of interaction with the chat, and I think we've had a good time.
All right, then let's do like a couple with Toku, and we'll call it a night.
Sally and Bunny have one more appearance. They make a background cameo in the prequel comic to Forces. For someone who's new to Sonic, where do you think a good place to start is? I mean, how do you want to engage with it? That's my question. Do you want to engage with it as a game franchise or as a comic? Because comic is how I engage with it mainly. I play all the games, but comic is what I love the most. I guess I would say starting at the beginning of IDW is a decent place. It's hard for me because every time someone's like, I don't know where to start, especially with the comics in particular, and people are like, I'm like, about with Archie, they're like, oh, I'm scared to like read like 500 plus issues, and I'm like, all I can think of is the Spider-Man quote, but kind of like adjusting of like, you can't think about reading 500 issues, you gotta think about reading one.
For my take on the question, if you ask me, a good place, like, if you know nothing about Sonic, a good place to start and get a sense of who these characters are and what their deal is, start with Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Yeah, okay.
So,
they're saying
there
comics.
on out, if you want to go like comics or other games, I think you have enough to go into any other series and know what to expect.
I think comics, though, I would say, honestly, if you want a modern interpretation of the characters, I would start kind of at IDW and then like kind of look back at like other stuff that you find interesting about it, and then go back to Archie for other stuff you're interested in. So like I do a lot of shorts on my channel for Sonic lore. Some people are just like, check out this character, and it's like, yeah, just look up their appearances and like start with them. Like a lot of people I know like got interested because of Eclipse, which is Shadow's brother, sorta, in the Archie comics. Like some people just, I'm like, okay, jump on the Shadowfall arc, because you can just pretty much pick up there. Why are we talking about Sonic? Because I have the tism. That's why.
Yeah, didn't you see that YouTube video about Sonic and autism? It's all connected.
I did not. I just was like, I know what I am.
Yeah, I was talking to the chat.
It was very funny. Me and a bunch of friends were like, I think it was at the beginning of the Panini, that we all were like, let's take an autism test, and they were like all taking it, and they were like, you take it. I'm like, I make Sonic the Hedgehog content on the internet. I know what I am. Manic Insomnia, I think, would be fun. I think I'm kind of sad because issue 50 of Sonic Universe was originally going to be like the finale to their story, and then Sega was like, no, don't do that. Godzilla, Sonic, and Transformers is the autism trinity.
And if you want to add some extra mixtures, you have like Train.
Yeah,
like,
Train has to be in there.
As much as I hate to say it, Five Nights at Freddy's is an autism.
Yeah.
Trains, aircraft, coins, Five Nights at Freddy's. I guess, like...
I am about to I am about to complete that Trinity though, because for Christmas I got the collected editions of the two volumes of the newest Transformers comic. So, and I've heard that's it's really good.
Dude, if you're gonna read Skybound Transformers, go in with the expectation that plot armor is not a thing in this shit.
I've seen some stuff about like, oh, like because it's from it's the same publisher that did Walking Dead and Invincible. Where it's like, yeah, your favorite character can just die. So you got I had the Bionicle autism for a while. I got the comics growing up. I think one day I'll revisit them and read through all of them.
Yeah, I still remember like Bionicle movies and the All American Rejects Move Along.
God, I've only seen the first Bionicle movie, but I remember watching it like 3 or 4 times.
I remember there was this contest where they just revealed this new character's design, and then they had this whole like, you tell us who he is, and send in. The winner gets $100 Lego gift card.
I'm trying to think of other things I've been hyper fixated on.
I used to be hyper fixated on VeggieTales and Thomas the Tank Engine.
Sorry, go on.
Twisted Metal. I definitely have gotten hyper fixated on. I like all the characters. I like that and I like the TV show a lot that came out, but I was hyper fixated before that. Scooby-Doo. I need to go back and reread them, but I have a project where I'm reading through all the Scooby-Doo comics. There are quite literally over 1,000. So, Ninja Turtles, I missed that. Ninja Turtles is on the list, and I feel like it's wrong that everyone's telling me to start with The Last Ronin. Like, I was like, that feels like a later thing to go with.
Do not start there.
Yeah, everyone's saying that, though. I just need to know where to start.
Look, The Last Ronin is literally
the finale story. It's like
it's a finale. It's a finale of the original timeline.
It's like starting reading Spider-Man by reading Spider-Man Reign. Clearly, you start with the first Ronin. That makes sense. That's really funny.
I guess my hyperfixation is mainly a mix between Godzilla, Ultraman, aviation, and coins, like coin collecting. Can't go wrong with a bit of silver or a bit of gold. Just add that to your collection.
I'm a paleo nerd. That's my autism input.
Oh, wrestling is another one that wrestling is an interesting one in that, like, I always love it as a medium, but, like, because of the way that industry works, they'll do things that piss me off and I stop watching for a year. It's a real problem.
Where did Toho confirm that there's a Godzilla movie coming 2025?
I thought it was just vaguely in the future was all they announced.
Yeah, they just confirmed that there is going to.
Yeah, plus like 2025 would be a really, really tight deadline, even for Japanese work ethic.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting the sequel to -1, Godzilla 0 Hour.
Oh God. Why?
I'm sorry. I'm watching on the YouTube stream, which is has been a slight delay this whole time, so I'm only just now laughing at that.
Godzilla 0 Hour. I'm never gonna stop thinking about it. I just remember watching it on loop when I was. Who is this?
Funny anime sword fighter.
Who is this?
Well, whoever she is, she's lagging out the game.
Godzilla Heritage 2.
The heritagening.
Oh, that just happened.
We all know that if there was a 2000s animated movie, all the tropes that we now see as like horrendous are just overblown. Like Godzilla would get kicked in the leg by someone, and then it just cut to two characters going, "Ow, ooh, awkward," for like 30 seconds.
No, he wouldn't be kicked in the leg. You know where he'd be kicked.
Oh yeah, he'd be kicked in the groin. Ooh, awkward. So that just happened.
I have a
2003.
I have a soft spot for All Monsters Attack as someone who's grew up without their parents around a whole lot. So I kind of have a soft spot for it. And it was the first movie I saw it before Destroy All Monsters. It was like the first like bundle of DVDs I got together. So I kind of have a soft spot for it. I'm sure I could put together more like critical reasons why I like it, but like right now that's all I can think. Godzilla 1.5, and it's MST3K style with Godzilla and Anguirus.
Why am I now just imagining a scenario where they insert Timon and Pumbaa into -1, and then just have the whole... You know, them pausing the movie to commentate on it. Because when someone said Godzilla 1.5, I thought of Lion King 1.5.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm tired. My brain gets weird when it's tired.
Yeah, we'll probably do one more or something.
If you have Godzilla vs. Mario, we could cap it off by making all the Hotel Mario quotes.
No.
Well, Koopa, maybe Squid will let us. If we persuade him.
Here's the problem. Too many toasters.
You know what they say. All toasters, dos.
See, I had the impulse to just start doing the I Am Mean song, but I don't know how well that is known in comparison.
Oh, what clever children! See them study, watch them learn! Oh, I hate those goody-goodies! How they make my stomach turn!
Have you seen the Wayne Radio TV stream where he's playing that game and he's being he's in a call with like an AI I Am Mean?
Yes.
And it, like at the end of the stream, it kills him. I have a gun. I'm looking as close at chat as I can, Alice, and I think your cat is cute from what I can see.
Yeah, that's an adorable looking cat and tiny little thumbnail.
You know, Koopa, you said you like collecting coins. So, do you know what happens when you pinch Wendy's pennies?
They pinch back.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little... richer.
I love how the bosses in the, like, duology really ham it up, though. Like, worthless Caridian, you must be hardened with fire. Go and kill! It's like...
Aren't there 3? Like, there's one you play as Link, there's one you play as Zelda, and then there's another one you play as Zelda, but it's like live action.
Yeah, exactly. It's unrelated to the other two.
No one talks about the live action one. I think they should.
Yeah. All I remember from the live action one is it apparently has absolutely horrendous loading times.
Maybe that's why no one talks about it.
Yeah, they got bored waiting for it to load.
Lost. Confused. Good!
Dear pesky titans, King Ghidorah. No, they would definitely say King Ghidra. They would say King Ghidra and I have taken over the Hollow Earth, and Mothra is a permanent guest in one of our 7-star hotels. I dare you to find her if you can, Star King.
We gotta find Mothra.
And you've got to help us.
For instructions, check the closed instruction booklet.
Then there's the person who bought the game secondhand.
I think saying for instructions, check the instruction booklet is the funniest thing to say.
It's the delivery of it. Well, if you need instructions, check out the closed instruction book. It's like
The delivery makes a lot of those lines funny. Like, hey, you, get off my cloud.
Nice of Mothra to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Anguillus? I hope she made lots of radioactivity.
Anguillus, look.
It's from Scott King.
I think the one panel turn when he says "look" is so funny. It's just like really fast.
My favorite though is in the Zelda games. The animators clearly had a lot of inspiration from pantomime and like animated like kids shows because they make everyone camera time. It's just.
If they put Toho Frankenstein in the Monsterverse, I will make a video called "The Monsterverse is Good." Actually.
Oh.
Dang it! I'm trying to think. What's the? It's hard to see with those clouds. Maybe there's a way to get rid of them. Get the hint. Looks
No,
like
it burns!
No, not into the pit. It burns.
Looks kinda peaceful. Looks are deceiving when Koopas are involved. How are we gonna find the princess with the power going out?
Maybe there's a switch in one of the rooms. Remind me to check.
See, chat, this is what happens when we stream too long. We devolve into 2007.
No, you've destroyed me! Good.
Good. Closely followed up by, oh my goodness, this is awful.
I haven't the spiritual successor game that come out. I bought it. I haven't played it yet. I think that
I know Vinny's a voice actor.
Vinny plays like a frog.
Yeah.
I like the
I don't know why the visual Godzilla dancing with the bag is just
Guadala, we're off!
Staring and menacing.
Alright.
Are we calling it?
Yeah.
Alright, thanks for joining us, chat. Have a good night, everybody. I'd say ha cha cha, but that meme is dead now.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Yes.
Drink your milk, eat your vegetables, don't do
Wait,
drugs
what?
these days.
Be careful, Squid. Golden could come after us with a lawsuit. So, is bada bing, bada boom in the public domain?
We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure in the end of our next collab video, he'll kill me for a third time.
Alright, well, bye.
Bada
Good
boom,
night,
bada
everybody.
bing.
See you around.
Beep.